Hello everyone, welcome to Prestige Encounters, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign brought to you by Prestige Gaming Community. I'm your Dungeon Master Salcos, and this is session 31 of our second campaign. Before we get into the session tonight though, we have a few important announcements to get through. First and foremost, a lot of the music you'll be hearing tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group creating goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you could be using at your tables at home. You'll find their music on Spotify, watch their music videos on YouTube, or even ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now. You can use the link in our chat, !midnight, for a direct link to their website. So thank you so much there, Midnight Syndicate, for your music. It's really great. If you like maps and you like music and ambient sounds and sound effects, you can utilize Arkenforge. Arkenforge is a comprehensive tool for dungeon masters and game masters alike to bring that extra immersion to their games. You can find maps that are even animated maps. Wow, animated maps, guys. Sound effects, ambient sounds, playlists as well, all in one application on your computer. That can be found at arkenforge.com, and it's typically $35 for the starter kit, but you can use the code Prestige at checkout for $5 off, and all we use is the Essentials kit, so you know that's all you really need for one price. You do not need to do a subscription or anything like that for this amazing service. So thank you so much. And let me go ahead and bring everybody else in. Hello, everybody else.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
You might notice that Cormac is away for this session as he is doing military things. So no Cormac today. However, everybody else is here. And they have these wonderful bust portraits of their characters. The line art of those bust portraits were done by Slimy Rice, aka Jeremiah, who plays Aspen in our campaign. There was also some coloring done on these, done by Starving Artists. Both of these artists info can be found in our Discord. It's great. It's fantastic. We love them. It's wonderful. Great art.
You too can have art this good.
Yes, you
This
can.
spicy.
You absolutely can. All you have to do is message this guy right here. That's what you gotta do.
This guy.
Other side there. There you go. There you go. There. Trust me, the stream is a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
Then what else do we got? Oh, here to tell us about Rogue Energy is none other than Jeremiah.
Wow, Rogue Energy? You mean this amazing energy drink that I drink all the time? It's been a great it's been great to me, and you can experience this greatness and flavor too if you visit their website, and you can use code Prestige for 10% off your order. I personally am a really big fan of the blue raspberry, but you can also get like little samples where they give you multiple flavors in these packets, which I know a lot of our community members have tried themselves. I've always full sent it and gotten tubs. But yeah, it's really worth giving a try. I've loved it. It's given me great energy for the sessions and work and everything similar. So, Rogue Energy, try it.
Try it. I heard there's a movie about a bear that like comes across like a bottle of Rogue Energy and
Oh,
it, like,
boy.
eats it, and then it becomes an energetic, productive member of society. It's amazing.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
I was just
Yes.
assuming the bear got sneak attack.
Very energetic.
It got sticky time, which was very productive. Anyway, yes. And if Rogue Energy is not your way to get energized and you want to start your day with a extra little bit of dose of inspiration, you can use Found Familiar Coffee, which is D&D themed coffee that you can order. I just ordered some more because I am out of my regular Knoll, their modern
Regular
espresso
Knoll.
blend. We love regular Knoll. But if you, let's say you like the taste of coffee, but you can't have caffeine because you have heart palpitations, well, guess what? You can get False Life, which is their non-caffeinated blend as well. Code Prestige at checkout for 10% off at foundfamiliar.com/Prestige Encounters. And we do have a command for both of those websites, !energy, !coffee for the chat commands in our Twitch chat for that. It's fun. It's great. You know, whatever. And I think that's, oh wait, no. Guys, look, do you see this? You see me, this bag that I just so happened to, this sack I'm fondling right now. Do you know what's in here? Do you hear that?
I hear cookie sacks.
Ooh.
It's diamonds.
Close. It is a type of gemstone, a type of precious rock called Jasper. The dice set that we're giving away this month in our Discord for our monthly raffle are Jasper dice, courtesy of, Modern Artifice, which is the dice brand that we fell in love with at Emerald City Comic Con. If you look here, my entire dice tray is filled with gemstone dice made by Modern Artifice. I have cat's eye, I have quartz, I have all sorts of things in there. So it is 100 bones per ticket into the raffle. You can enter as many times as you want, whenever you want, as frequently as you want, as long as before March 30th. So you have 15 more days, everybody, to enter that giveaway. The only people who cannot enter into it are myself. And that's it. I'm the only one. Everybody else can. So pretty great. Yes, because it would be bad if I bought stuff just to give to myself, so I do that anyway. I just don't have to do it with the community. So yes, I don't think I have any other announcements to get through. Do I?
I think, as always, we should wish everyone well, goodwill, peace on earth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Christmas is only like 30 weeks away.
Oh,
so.
it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Whose?
Yours. It's yours.
It's not. It's not my birthday.
And it was my birthday.
Thanks a lot, Nate.
Anyway, so we do have one last announcement. I just remembered. If you might not win the Jasper dice, but you know what, you have a better chance of winning, people in chat, that would be the regular dice that we give away for every 5 natural ones that we roll using a d20. We have a counter in the bottom right hand corner of our stream that you can use for every natural one that we re-roll. It goes onto the counter, and every 5 equals set of dice. USA, Canada only, excluding Quebec. If you don't like that, Quebec, contact your legislator. That's not my problem. That's a you problem. Bonjour. Anyway, is that it? Do we have anything else? Anything else?
I think so.
That would be sufficient. Yeah. Say bonsoir.
Oui.
Oui. Yes.
Oui. Un petit peu.
Yeah. Okay. Let's offend more Quebecers. Yay.
Anyway, here to tell us what happened last week.
Me.
Is Jaden, who is Kydro.
All right, so here's what happened, right? So after we left those really cool ruins, right, where we got the evil thing, the Infernal Focus. What?
Infernal Focus. Keep going.
The Infernal Focus. We ran to a capybara man named Atticus. Now, that isn't to say that he was a capybara man hybrid. No, he was just a dragonborn man
Just
atop
regular man.
a giant capybara.
Already
What?
failed.
If that wasn't weird enough, he was cursed to grow older every time he spoke. So that got me thinking, right? What if we just kept him talking, right? So I proposed, hey, could you count my 1,000 ball bearings? But the party, they're no fun, right? They didn't like my idea, so what we ended up going with anyway was Astra tried killing him. So that's a lot less fun for me because I'd rather just see him turn to dust, right? But no, so we didn't get to do that. So of course the old guy gets mad, and now Astra's turning into a tree. Very inconvenient, by the way. Just stop being silly. Stop this tree business now. Get a hold of yourself. So we have to find a temple now. Temple full of moon priests, and they cured her. So it turns out, magical divine poison disease thing from the Feywild, or something to that effect. Now, we also managed to find out that the secret cure for the weird stone fungus that's affecting Astra and Aspen's people, right? It's the cure is just running water. Oh, except it has to be running water from God himself. So there goes that out the window, right? So, yes. We have to convince God to make it rain on these mushroom people, I guess. To make matters worse, the new Prime Minister has allowed goblins to storm Vernaria, my home, and force the people to enter the Tower of Allura. Now, I find this stupid, because if he would just wait a damn minute, I would go over there and do it myself. I don't understand the point of it. But on another note, Cormac's gun, which is gunked up with ooze and destroyed, not working anymore, we found a person willing to recreate it into a 6-shooter. Pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Zol's Chris is made of demon iron, which is like regular iron, but not demon. Not iron. Blood. Demon blood is inside it and stuff. So it's special, but it's not magic. It's just that. It's demon iron now. So apparently, the summer solstice is about to happen, which means the planes are about to weaken. That means that there's a hole somewhere in the world where you can just go to a whole other dimension somewhere, but we don't know where. So we need to find a Sphinx, specifically the one in Oshtolmet, to help us find this hole in the dimensional wall, of course. So we're looking for a Sphinx to cross into a different dimension to find God and tell God to make it rain. And that's where we are now.
Thank you. Thank you a lot for that. So, I'm just getting some music here for you. You did it. Brought to you by Arkenforge. What are you thinking? You guys, it's about midday. As you're kind of just we just left the Smith shop, I believe is where you left off.
Mm-hmm. Now we're going to get manicures.
It's still quite busy in this hustling, bustling city of Fair Style. You are on the western side of the city. 1 week until your items are ready. 2 weeks until the summer solstice. What would you all like to do?
Cormac cries a single tear, looks back longingly at the smithy. Just wish I could have seen my guns one more time.
You'll see them again.
And in better condition.
He lapses into despondent silence. You won't hear from him again this summer.
So we have that dinner later tonight.
If we look across the street, is our host, our prospective host, still sitting there at his table? Has he gone?
Is not.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
You know.
he told us that there's an apothecary across the street. Maybe I can get some pain-relieving salve for my arm. These pains aren't seeming to go away.
Okay, come. I take you.
All right, yeah. Espen's going to walk over to the apothecary across the street from the blacksmith.
Soul goes with you.
As you enter in, the sounds of the market kind of fade into the background as the door opens with a ringing door, with a silver bell at the top of the door. Sorry, my brain's all over the place. Anyway, you walk in and there is a elvish woman. You can tell that she's older, but not because her skin is wrinkled by any means or anything like that, but rather just these slight silver streaks going through her hair. Her skin is still rather smooth, as elves overall have this otherworldly beauty about them at all times. And her eyes are just bright and full of life. The place smells very pungent, with these medicinal smokes and incenses burning throughout the entire room, kind of giving this cloudy look. Not quite like it's smoky, but just if you look far enough across the shop, it just gets a little bit blurry as all the smoke kind of stacks on itself. And she has this stone before her that she's kind of rolling these herbs back and forth into the stone with this large stone wheel. And seeing that she has customers, she looks up. Hello. Welcome.
Sorry, one moment. Aspen's gonna stick his head out the door and wave Astra over because he thinks she'll like this place.
Oh, I was already trailing behind.
Okay.
This is a wonderland.
Yeah. All right. I am looking for something that might be able to reduce pain in my my arm, and he's gonna, kind of lift up his stump.
I see, and your scars are still pink, so it's rather recent, yes?
Yes. Within the last, how many days was it? It felt like an eternity in there.
Was it not like yesterday?
Yesterday.
Huh. Well, then you have a healer amongst you already. Are they not able to remedy this?
Oh, I mean, they can remedy the pain of an open wound, but this pain seems a little bit different. It's it's a pain that feels in the part of my arm that's not there anymore.
Do you have a preference of how you take your medication?
Not particularly.
Okay. While I'm looking through my stores, is there anything else I should seek? I'm assuming like everybody who's in the shop. Is nobody else specified?
We're just hanging out.
Yeah, we're just like we're like that group of people who always awkwardly moves together, even though people don't really want to be there.
Yeah.
We're just here
That's
for
what-
them.
If you want to buy herbs for your potions healing, we can make some potions together.
That's a good idea. Me and Astra can both work on that sort of thing.
Okay, how much? I give. Maybe 4 or 5 potions.
Will
Yeah,
you be
that-
needing vials for that?
Yeah, you have.
I do.
Okay.
Just one moment. And you notice that there are a few, like along the walls, kind of like there's this stairway where it goes into this low loft, just a few feet above, where she kind of has these many tables of, different alchemical sets of things brewing. But there's like a little rope that says staff only with a nice wooden sign in golden paint, slightly glowing. And she kind of like unclips it, walks to the other side of the line and reclips it, and she goes up, leaving you there for just a moment. You hear look up on one of the shelves, and there is a pure white as snow cat with these bright green eyes looking down at you. Its tail kind of just like hanging over the bookshelf, flicking back and forth.
You're a very pretty cat.
It starts
good
licking
look.
its paw, but like as of saying, I know, bitch.
Zool looks with interest throughout the store, hoping perhaps for some more vials, something interesting, maybe a pouch that he can safely keep his alchemy kit in. He needs to restock his probably supplies.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check as you're kind of like looking about.
Sure.
As you do this, she comes back and she has this kind of leaf wrapped bundle. She goes, this is able to be soaked in some hot water like a tea, and it should help you with pain in general. It's mostly used as an anti-inflammatory sense, but it does nice to sort of nullify pain overall. But this should be more than helpful. As for the vials, I have a kit of 12 I can sell at a time. That will be 4 silver for the vials. It will be an additional 3 silver for the pain medicine. Make sure you use it sparingly, as it can be addictive. As for the herbs to make some of the potions of healing. I have herbs here for the most basic and least potent form to the more potent forms. The price will vary, of course, between potions. I have ones that you can make your own greater potions of healing. Those kits will run you about 150 gold per amount per potion. That will take you several days to make, of course. Depending on how
100.
good you are at it. Anywhere from a few days to a couple weeks. As for the regular potions of healing, that would take you just a couple days. That will run you about 25 gold per dose. About half the cost of buying the potions outright.
Yeah. So at half the cost for the cost of 5 potions of healing is at 125 gold.
For 5 potions of healing at 25, yeah, 125
Okay.
gold. Plus the 8
Okay.
silver for everything else.
So Zul puts 8 silver and 125 gold down on the counter.
Okay.
It takes the 125 from party funds.
I noticed you walking and looking about the store. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Yeah. I have a kit. I also do do alchemy. I need more supplies. I show my kit. More vials, more reagents, chemical.
Yes. I can assist you with that. I'm just finding the right page.
Do I actually need to do this? I don't know. I just assume I do because I've used it a bunch.
You have.
Yeah.
For the replenishment of your supplies, that would be if it were, where is it? Ah, here it is. Okay. An additional 50 gold pieces.
Okay.
I'm gonna come like
Good
a
job.
nice little satchel to put everything in.
Yep. I put down 5 platinum pieces.
Since you are, she looks at Ashton's arm, since you're so inclined to danger, I do also have some kits that typically our medics use as well for on the spot healing if you would be interested in such things.
I am.
You would be? So a healer's kit is what that's called. I just saw it. Wait, give me a second here.
And while this is being calculated, Astra is just looking at all of the different wares scattered about.
So each healer's kit will be about 5 gold pieces. Surprisingly, that's not in the tools category, the PHP. So however many of those kits you want to buy, it'd be 5 gold.
We can do 5. 25 gold. Would that be okay?
Yeah, so each kit, let me tell you a little bit more about this. So each kit has 10 uses.
Mm-hmm.
And unless you have a feature that says otherwise, the kit can be used as an action to stabilize a creature that has 0 hit points without any kind of check needed. So for each kit, you can stabilize one of your party members with like basically stop them from making death saves.
10
Would
times.
you still want to get 5
Yeah.
for 50 uses?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be 25 gold.
I'm going to take that from the party funds. Just stick my hand right in here. Thank you. Sorry. Pardon me. Hand that on over.
All right, and that will be about 15 pounds worth of
Oh,
herbs and spices.
Nice.
Some smelling salts up in there. Is there anything else I can assist you with? Was not expecting such business in so late in the day.
Do you have apa maknanya? Recipes, some instructions, maybe your book to teach me to make more, because I use my alchemy kit, but sometimes I think maybe I can make more.
Unfortunately, I do not have any books, but you could look at any of the local bookstores or anywhere that teaches such magics, as alchemy is a school of magic.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
I think that's it. We are done. So thank you. Goodbye. And start to walk out.
Of course. You're welcome back anytime. Kind of stepping out, the sounds of the city once again fill your ears. Horses trot by. People are, of course, starting to dwindle as it's now in the late afternoon, early evening of the day.
So where are we headed to next? How long before that dinner?
A good while. A few hours at the least.
In that case, we can walk.
Perhaps there's a park. It doesn't seem outside of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, we could relax there for a moment before the dinner.
Cormac smokes his pipe and just goes, I feel naked. Can't do this. Put me to sleep. Wake me up in 2 weeks.
Oh, you need to drink.
Hey, Casimir. So, I was thinking, right? You know how you're able to figure out what magic stuff does,
With time, yes.
right? How about this staff? I think I'm just gonna hand Casimir this staff that looks like a snake.
Well, let's go to the park, because I think it's a little awkward to do this in the middle of the street.
Sure.
I mean, this is a city. I'm sure they just casually use magic wherever they want.
Probably.
Can I get an investigation check from Astra, please?
Yeah.
I'll assist that if it's to find a park.
Sure.
A 10?
10 with advantage? Was that with advantage?
No. Within, it's 12.
12.
It's 2.
It's easy enough to find a park. This city has many like courtyards and that sort of thing. Not necessarily an entire metropolitan park that you would find in, there's no Central Park from New York, but a park nonetheless where there are trees growing, as these are elves mostly. And they do like their trees and their nature. So you find this nice grassy area with these streams that have been made to look naturally occurring and those sort of things. A soft wind is kind of blowing through the trees as the sky begins to turn more golden and red as the sun continues to set and get lower in the sky. And it smells very sweet with the blossoms that are still there on the tree, like honeysuckle.
I would like to rest with one of the trees, just at the trunk, and close my eyes.
Sure.
Well,
I quietly clear some space for Kaider and Casimir to conduct their transaction.
does anybody else want to, while we're at this, waste some time for me to use the arcane magics of the world to identify the trinkets we've picked up over the last couple of weeks?
I actually haven't picked up many trinkets, so no.
I mean, it's not even. It sounds sarcastic, but I actually mean it.
You're gonna sit down and cast investigation with that staff?
I was gonna use identify.
That's what I meant.
Ritual cost identify.
Yeah.
All right, so that staff is known as the Staff of the Adder. Which can turn into a snake. As soon as I can find it. There it is. It has to be attuned by a cleric, druid, or warlock. The staff's command word is determined when the person attunes to it. And the head of the staff can become that of an animated poisonous snake for 1 minute. By using another bonus action to speak the command word, you can return the staff to its normal and animated form. You can make a melee attack using the snake head, which has a reach of 5 feet. Your proficiency bonus applies to the attack roll. On a hit, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage and must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, or take 3d6 poison damage. Snake head can be attacked while it is animated. It has an armor class of 15 and 20 HP. If the head drops to 0 hit points, the staff is destroyed. As long as it's not destroyed, the staff regains all hit points and it reverts back to its animated form.
It's Jafar's staff. I'm shocked it has no hypnotic power.
Yeah. Well, this doesn't seem like of much use to you, Pedro. It's intended for use by a cleric, druid, or a warlock based on the magical nature of it.
We only have druids.
Yes, well, a druid who focuses and attunes to this can basically the head of it turns into a snake, which can bite things.
It's already a snake. Oh,
an actual snake.
an actual
maybe
snake. Okay.
I'll call over to Astra while she's communing with the tree, completely interrupting her concentration. Sorry. You want a snake stick? We have a snake stick.
A snake stick?
Yeah,
Yes.
the stick can be a snake, but also
Yes.
a stick.
Snake
So
stick.
yes, the staff that Kajo picked up, I know you were focusing. If you were to connect with this by focusing on it for an hour approximately, you would be able to determine with a word of your choosing whether or not the head turns into a snake, which you can use to attack things.
Oh, yeah.
So you give it a
Aspen
name.
Aspen also, you can hit as well.
Yes,
I mean,
Well,
yes, I can hit things.
but he only has
Would
one
you
arm.
like to have it, Astra?
Mind if I take a look?
Not at all.
Kajo, it's for you. It's just a stick.
But think of all the things I could do with the stick, though.
Yeah, you could literally. I could cut you off one of these branches, and it would be just as effective.
Go
Do you
ahead.
want a branch?
Yeah, I'd like a branch, actually.
Oh my god.
And I can start the attunement process now in the park.
Oh, well, here, hold on a moment. Kydra's gonna take the staff from Casimir and give it a little spin. He's gonna stop it. You know, the thing is, Astra, right? Is where I come from, everything has a price.
Yes, she saved your life.
True. Here you go. Life never repaid. Life never repaid. You can't take that back. Take the stick.
Stick is mine. And yeah.
All right,
I'll
Kydra's
take
gonna
it.
take out a little slip of paper. Astra. Okay. That's one of them.
Are you keeping track?
Yeah.
That-
Everything has a price.
That slip of paper for your life that would be a little bit more effective if it didn't happen so often.
It's true. But I only died once.
But you've come close many times.
That doesn't count.
That's what a
I'm
life
still
debt is.
alive.
This is how you convince your healer not to heal you, Kaito. We call this gratitude.
I'm expressing my gratitude with the stick. It turns into a snake.
Good. We find some magical cloth wraps that, turn your arms into, like, jagged blades
Ooh, dibs.
that are only good for those of the martial prowess of your choosing.
That would be very interesting.
Yes.
Different note. Please get to the chopping. I want a branch.
They're like any guards watching. Does this tree look sacred?
Make a perception check.
Sure, I can do that. That's a thing that I'm good at. 18.
18. There are some guards close by.
Yeah. Astra,
Yes.
could you convince this tree to give up a branch?
I'm going to cast Speak with Plants. Would you offer us a branch that bothers you?
I don't know. I kind of like my branches.
Well. Uh-oh.
I was not prepared for that.
We also like your branches. In fact, we are really big fans. And we've heard so much
I
about
mean, what if I like your finger? Would you chop that off for me? I don't think so.
Of course I would.
No.
Do you want to see me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's time to play a game of chicken. Shoot. I don't
You
think
gonna
I
play
have
the
a plan
knife
on
game?
There's like one of
Yeah.
those spiky weeds at the base of the tree. It's like, yeah, fucking do it.
May I see a dagger from anyone, really?
Hydro. Here's a dagger.
Thank you.
Are you? What are you
And
doing
I would
with
like
that?
to play the hands game where you stab
Find
him.
Nikolai.
Yes, thank you. Thank
You're
you.
holding your hand up against the tree trunk.
Yep,
Step, step,
I am. I'm
Make a sleight of hand check.
okay.
Uh,
It's a good mode for. Never mind.
oh, shh.
Oh no!
Is that a natural one? Yep.
That is a natural one. That looks
I
like
know.
a 3.
I
Oh
saw.
my god.
First one.
So Astra puts her hand against the tree and then like looks at Aspen just to smile. Looks at her hand and like your ring finger on your left hand is now on the ground.
Oh,
What in the world?
Extra.
can I healing word myself? Oh my goodness.
Hold on,
Astra
hold on,
picks it
hold
up.
on, Astra.
and holds
do
it to
anything.
your
Hold
hand.
I'll press
Yeah.
the digitation. Clean up the dirt.
It's like
yeah.
on the weed on the ground. It's like, yes,
too.
bask in the blood of my enemies.
Yeah. So like
Astra's gonna
Casimir is
take
like
the finger.
holding your finger up to your
Yeah.
hand in place.
Oh, wow. Is this how you felt?
I'm sure it
Aspen?
was worse.
Aspen,
Somebody
what do
heal
I
this
do?
quickly.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
I cast Cure Wounds.
First of all, Casimir, make a medicine check.
Sure. It's backwards, I'm sure. Yeah, it's backwards. It's a 6.
No.
That's a 6.
Hmm.
Wasn't a natural 1 though.
So as you're like, oh my god, and you're like holding the finger in place, it's like right above the first knuckle there, or it's levered, and like Casimir's like holding on, and then Nazmir casts Cure
It's very
Wounds. Was
slippery.
that Cure Wounds?
Yeah, it's very slippery with blood, and it's like
And
he's
like
having
right
trouble
as
keeping.
Nazmir casts Cure Wounds, Casimir's hand slips a little bit, and the finger pops off of the severed section right as the wound heals, and now you're left with a stub, and he's just holding your finger.
Okay, we'll cut it again, and we'll try again. Okay, is this okay? Okay, are you okay with this?
Really bad.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
How long does
Somebody-
Speak with Plants
Knock, knock, knock.
go for?
Like a while.
Should be long enough for this. Like
Is
30
it concentration?
Yeah.
It is a concentration spell. I'm gonna point out.
I need you to
Uh-oh.
make a Constitution saving throw. I didn't exactly roll damage for it, so we'll just say the DC is 12.
Wow, geez, with a dagger?
I mean, she lost a finger. That's pretty generous, if you ask me.
Oh god.
At a natural 1.
The tree is silent. It was a 4 regardless. Like that was.
I'm going. I'm gonna cast Speak with Plants again.
Was that cool?
Are the guards watching?
Make
Hello?
a perception check.
Hello.
Sure.
Oh,
I cut off my finger. My finger is here. Give me a branch. Give me a branch.
Natural 20.
I'm a woman of my word.
Well, I mean, your panic has definitely brought attention, and you notice that there is a guard currently headed your way with another one in tow.
Okay.
Keep your side of the deal and give me a branch.
I am making no deal with you. I'm sorry.
I will light this whole place on fire.
Make an intimidation check with a plant.
Aspen, I will note, because Aspen is freaking out that this just happened. Aspen's like, what did that tree tell you to do? And he's like yelling at the tree.
I can't focus if you yell at me.
I will say, you get advantage on that because you're a Fearbulk.
Oh, do we think so? Do we think so? Let me get in there.
Charisma checks.
You do.
Seeing the guards walk up, Kydra's gonna kind of
14.
what's the word? Intercept these guards. It's gonna walk up to them.
Okay.
It's a lot for a
So
branch.
a pause on Aspen and Astra intimidating tree. Kydra walks up to the guard. That's the 2 guards that's currently walking towards you guys. What seems to be the problem here?
So you know where the tavern is, right?
Which one? There are many taverns.
The best one.
Make a persuasion check. 'Cause, like, with disadvantage, what the hell?
I was gonna say, at Urt.
What?
I'm asking a question. 8.
8. What is going on with your friends over there? Why are they screaming?
Oh, there's a finger cutter offer man running around.
Make a deception check.
Okay.
Is that
woman,
also
not-
disadvantage?
With disadvantage.
Get that dice today, guys.
I'm gonna
Here comes guidance as well.
I'm gonna restore balance.
I'm gonna pop some guidance on this for extra D4 as well.
I'm gonna restore balance.
Deception.
We don't have disadvantage.
Okay, so that means I rolled a
12 plus.
4.
I'm
16.
11 because with disadvantage.
Restore
Nice.
balance.
Oh, restore balance. Okay, so 16.
Asmir is holding a finger. His hands are covered with
They're gonna-
blood. I just want to point this out.
So they're gonna like look past and be like,
Digitation.
oh my god, and like the one guard is gonna kind of cover up his mouth. I think I'm gonna be like, you don't see a whole lot of blood in this being a city guard. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, and he's gonna go over to the stream and like start splashing his face. The other one's gonna be like, "What does this man look like?" And he just walked up and
Right.
sliced off a finger. How did this happen?
Yeah, so he got away, right? Because he was much faster than us. You know, he was on a giant capybara, and he just had a bandolier of fingers, and he was just the necklace of fingers, and like a big old finger
Son of
cutter
a
offer,
bitch.
just ran around taking people's fingers, and then he ran out of town on his capybara, spouting something about somebody tried to kick him off his capybara or something. I don't know. It was insane.
This guard is going to take out his wand, and kind of like do a quick little rune in the air, and his voice is going to reverberate through the area. Citizens, keep an eye out for a man on a giant capybara. There is imminent danger in the air. Please return to your homes. Evacuate the park post haste. And he's gonna start calling for alert throughout the city.
You should add the part about the fingers and the cutting off the fingers.
Oh,
Not
right.
to a general-
He'll do it again. And please keep all hands where you can see them
Inside the vehicle
inside
at
your
all
pockets at all times. The man collects trophies.
Hmm.
You know, Kaidro, he probably shouldn't have said that in a public announcement to everyone. Saying danger was sufficient. You don't want to cause panic.
Why not?
Because people cause destruction when they're panicked. Anyway, what do we do about Astra's finger?
Zol comes over, just gently plucks the finger out of Kaido's hand.
Casimir.
Oh, Casimir's hand. Okay. Astra,
How'd I get this?
so I'll take you back to the healing temple, okay?
Oh no.
Again?
What are they
Yeah.
gonna think?
Come.
Oh, let's get back to the tree real fast.
Okay.
Still convincing it to give up a branch. That's the whole point of this storyline.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I really like my branches.
I
Astra,
really
what
like
did he say?
finger.
What did he say, Astra?
He just said that, well, basically, like,
Casimir cuts off a branch.
do I hear the
Nazmir-
tree?
Nazmir
Yeah.
also is going to cut off a branch as well.
Do I hear the tree?
So
You
both
don't have a
Casimir and Nazmir go over and just like just cut off a branch in one fell swoop. Both of you make a attack with your weapons.
Okay.
Please. Wood is a armor class of 15.
Yeah. Zol's just gonna see this happen. He's just gonna lean over to the guard. Just you think maybe he
14.
went inside the tree.
14.
So that will not hit for both of you as you kind of swing the branch. You kind of
Lame.
misjudge the distance a little bit, and you both just swing and miss.
Do we hit each other's swords? Like it's just like we miss a
You aim for the same spot, and your swords just hit each other, and they bounce off.
I was proving a point about how I would remove a finger similar to a branch,
And you did.
and they should.
Okay.
So,
Oh god!
Let's try this again, Nazmir.
This is
Focus.
D&D.
Focus, Nazmir. Let's do this.
Okay. This
Okay.
tree is losing a limb today.
Yes.
Oh,
This is
I don't like where
ridiculous.
the direction of this conversation is going.
Oh,
Can we
this
just-
conversation's over. It's time
Can
for
we,
you.
can we just reset this
23.
for a moment? As Nazru's sword comes swinging down, and with a clean swipe, the branch comes off.
Yeah, and Casimir also rolled a 23, so it's like
Both of them do. It's like, oh god! My sap! It's getting everywhere! And they go
You
silent.
could have saved yourself from this.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh
Zol's
my
just gonna put a reverential hand to the tree and thank you, old friend, for your gift to my friend. Very kind. Thank you very much.
It,
Here you go.
Rubbing it down, just giving it a pat. It's like stroking the leaves.
Zol Kinsley,
Uh,
unbelievable.
from what I'm gathering, This tree is what Cormac would call an asshole.
Yeah, yeah. And so they're holding these two branches still like
Here's your
connected.
stick.
And the
Yeah,
guard's
so you've
like,
got two sticks.
well, was he in there?
We tried. We tried.
Doesn't look
You
like
have
it.
to. Maybe you have to cut the whole thing down then to find out.
Right.
Okay.
Give me some axes. It's best that you all go home. Thank you.
Okay.
If we have any further questions, we'll contact you.
Hurriedly leading them away. Let's go.
Casimir's hands covered in blood.
Let me get those branches though.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, throw them at him.
What tree was it?
Actually, if you want, I can do a little bit of detail work, carve it
Oh no, this is fine.
with some cool monk designs or something. No, okay.
Hey, yeah,
Yeah,
you
no.
can make quite a stuff.
No, this is the coolest part. Whoosh.
Just the dead limb of your enemy. Yeah. And
Just
I'll
messing with them.
also I'll prestidigitation, Casimir. Here, you don't need to go walking through town with blood all over your hands.
I always have blood on my hands. No, but seriously, thank you.
Not for people to see.
Where are you all going now?
I think we need a drink.
To the
Yeah.
healing temple.
Oh yes, yes. So sorry, we gotta get Astra's hand.
I'll take Astra, and Zol will just sort of escort Astra away. Anyone who wants to go get a drink, go get a drink.
Yeah, you
I
gotta play Cormac.
would like to ask, Michael,
Mm-hmm.
with Aspen's knowledge of healing magic and medicine, how likely is it that they would need the finger to regenerate it?
Make an Arcana check.
All right. 24.
So you know that there is a spell that you've seen some people with like a very few, like about one or two people being able to actually cast in your tribe that was able to regenerate a limb or any other kind of like limb missing, which you know is rare, would just
Yeah.
be proper medicinal practice with healing. But to actually regenerate a limb, there is a spell that exists. I believe it is 8th level.
7th level regenerate.
Regenerate, yep, 7th level.
Yeah. It's in the chat.
Thank you so much. But that is
worries.
all you would be aware of.
Not whether the finger needs to be there or not.
I mean, if nobody's in the temple, if anybody in the temple is able to cast it, then no. They could even regenerate your arm. But if they're not able
I
to,
love
they
that.
would probably need a finger. You don't know if
Okay.
there's anybody capable of that kind of healing magic in the temple or not.
All right.
We could always fuse the finger to Aspen's stump, so
Oh.
he still has some ability to.
To Aspen? Fuse Astra's finger to Aspen's stump.
So he can still give people the finger.
No way.
I think Astra should get the finger back.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, thanks. I will need this. I can't look. I can't look.
You want me to hold it?
Please. Yes.
Okay. Aspen reaches over and grabs a finger, puts it in a vial, corks it.
Okay.
Put it in some milk.
It's for bones.
I know.
I guess there's bones in it.
That sounds
Well,
like very bad medical advice. Disclaimer.
Let's
Prestidigitation it a few times. It's fine.
let's
Put
head
it
to
in some
the
Coke.
temple.
Who is
Yeah.
going to a tavern to get a drink? Is anybody?
I will go after I see that Astra is okay.
Just
Okay.
all awkwardly go together again.
It is starting to get late. You might miss your dinner if you dwindle for too long.
So, no tavern dinner after we make sure that Astra has all of her fingers.
So you quickly find your way from this park to the Temple of the Two Moons, where Astra was healed just earlier this day.
Yeah.
Remind you, just literally just a few hours ago. And you walk back up, and at this point, there's like rumors kind of like murmuring how there's a finger cutting maniac on the loose in the city. Like, these people are just kind of like starting to mention things as they're finishing up their business throughout the market for the night. And you go up the steps to the temple where, you know, the silvery blue flamed braziers are burning. And you walk into one of the priests. Oh, you're back so soon.
Yes, the finger taker. I'm the first victim.
Oh,
Look,
you're
look.
not having a very
look.
fortunate day. Are and I see that you've already tried to heal it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you still bleeding?
Well,
No, this is just there. It can be wiped away. Here, look. She's
What
just
does
gonna
it
find the
say?
nearest surface and wipe it.
Nasmir
I
did
know.
prestidigitation.
Thank you.
Yeah, what? One moment, and she'll go and get somebody, and the priestess that helped you earlier is gonna. Oh, Astra, I heard that you were a victim of this finger stealing maniac. or
Finger
cat-
cutter offer man.
They
Yeah,
really should
didn't
give
steal
it.
it.
a name,
She still has it.
but
Yeah.
I'm lucky I got away with my finger.
Wouldn't it be without your anyway? Okay, well, it's very fortunate that you have such close friends to keep you safe on the city. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone in the temple that's capable of regenerating limbs. We might be able to cut and reapply the finger, but that won't guarantee that it will heal properly either. But we can try our best.
How long
Probably
would
better
that
than-
take?
An hour or so. It has to be done quickly.
Could I be of any help?
Agreed.
I mean, you can certainly try to assist, but I don't know if it would be absolutely necessary.
Well, all right. Let's try to reapply this finger.
Okay.
I'll do the best I can with one hand.
Very well. All of you, please wait next near our fountain, and we'll be back momentarily. Okay, Aspen, go ahead and roll a medicine check for me,
All right.
because I know what I
medicine
just
check.
rolled.
Okay. I'm good at those.
It's a group check. It should be an advantage.
Do I get advantage or?
Go ahead. Nope, you're doing this by yourself.
Okay.
Don't worry, I rolled something.
I rolled a 15.
I rolled a natural
7
20.
plus.
Oh,
Oh,
So it's actually quite
Wow.
impressive. These priestesses are managed to, like, they start to cut off the scarred tissue of Astra's ring finger, and then they like align the finger that was in the vial to it, and they also kind of stitch it to hold it in place. Is at this point that they'll have you expend one of your second level spell slots of cure wounds. I believe you have. Is that
a
or healing word? The second
Yeah.
level spell slot will do fine. And they'll also will cast some healing magic. They'll apply some of that silvery water from the fountain, the sacred fountain in the back to it as well. It's going to kind of amplify where the finger is going to feel numb. And they kind of explain it is damaged tissue. You're probably not going to have any feeling in that finger ever, but it is able to be used.
Good news in my eyes.
Yes.
In your finger.
But please be careful and feel free to make a donation in the box on your way out.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask about that. Okay, thanks. In the box there. Good. You've really helped us out and appreciate it.
You
Of
all
course.
are very skilled.
I'm gonna drop 250 gold in there.
In the form of 25 platinum, I would hope.
All in
Yeah.
copper.
Oh, in copper. You assholes.
Ooh.
It's actually a little IOU note.
Take it to the bank. I'll exchange it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Just take it to Mysteria. My people are good for it.
And
Yeah, no, I'll do platinum.
while this is being donated, Astra is just gonna clean off her hand a little more, like wash her hands in this fountain. Maybe wash her face a little bit, clean up.
So this is like in the main room, not the one that they used to heal you, but in the main. They're like, oh, that
Oh,
is
yeah.
sa-
The fountain.
Oh, of course.
This is water.
Anyway, and they're gonna start kind of like, well, it was so nice having you again. If
We'll
you
see
need
you in
anything,
an hour.
like dropping major hints that they want you out, but without saying please leave. They're like, have a safe trip. Hopefully you find somewhere to stay for the night. It was so nice seeing you. Have a good one.
You don't have like a frequent customer like punch card? No.
Unfortunately not. Thank you so much. We'll be closing soon.
Oh, a temple that closes.
Right. Thank you for healing my
Mhm.
friend.
Thank
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
We are gracious despite the fact that we're a bunch of assholes.
Maybe we will see you again, but not too soon, I hope.
May Nima and Kresna bless you on your journey.
All right.
Thank you.
Aspen's gonna start heading out the door, kind of gonna whisper to Astra. If that didn't work, I would have suggested making your finger bone into a charm.
I think that would fit quite nicely with your other items.
Oh, not for me.
Oh. I
You can
wouldn't
keep
wear
it and give it to anybody you'd wish.
Ah.
Well, I think we have a dinner to go to.
Yes.
Speaking of which, did any of you get directions to his place?
Didn't he give us his piece of paper or a card or something?
He
with
gave
his
you a
address?
card.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Does the card have the address on it?
Are you gonna pull the card out?
It's on the
Yes.
card.
So you produce the business card, and on the card is just a simple it's not simple, but there is a silver glowing rune in the middle of one side.
Touch it.
Mm.
What does the rune look like? Anybody?
Wizards, let's look at it.
Yeah,
You're
what does
a
it look like?
wizard.
Yeah, what is the rune?
Yeah. Go and make an Arcana check.
Sure.
I'll assist.
Oh, you'll assist. I can do that at advantage then.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, it's still a 16, so
I mean,
Nice.
16's pretty good.
Not a bad roll at all. So this is a conjuration rune,
Hmm.
and it's triggered by touch.
Okay, so yes, we are actually supposed to touch it.
Aha.
So Kaijo, you touch it with your broken hand.
His hand is healed by now. So Kydro touches it, and with a burst of light and your vision goes white. There are swirls around you. You feel a little bit dizzy, and you manage to find yourself in a foyer.
Oh, that's so unnecessary.
Uh,
Oh, that's very convenient.
Is it? It's a glorious display of magic in such a wasteful way.
Did we just conjure ourselves to somebody else?
Yeah. Does the rune still glow?
It does not. The card was burnt up in the process.
How do we leave?
It's single use. We should get more of those.
So what do we see?
Oh,
So
we're in the
inside this foyer, it is a very small room, about 10 by 10 feet. There is a ornate door behind you that appears to be the entrance with, and if you look around the door frame, there are a series of blocks that can be turned, and each side has a different rune on it. Ahead of you, there is another doorway, but no door, kind of like this archway, and there is a coat rack. And as you kind of turn around, the coat rack shakes and now hops over to you.
What is that?
That's a coat rack.
Why is it doing that?
Oh,
was-
it's monster.
Probably once
Like
us
the
The
treasure
others
chest.
I've seen do not move.
Magically animated in some way.
we just touched a
Interesting.
magic card that took us to another place.
Yes,
But
well,
it's so odd.
Uh,
Why?
The coat rack kind of like bends to one side.
You're not odd. You're lovely.
did somebody have a coat? See if that will satisfy it.
I can't take off my coat.
I'll take off my vest.
Cormac does have a coat as well, in case anyone forgot. He has a trench coat.
Right. Right.
He has a
Well,
hat as well.
The duster,
Might
actually.
as well look proper. Takes off his coat, but he does it in like a super slick way where it's like one big motion.
Very
Hold it
Phantom of the Opera of him.
Oh yeah.
So he'll put his hat on the coat rack. Nazmir will put his on as well, along with the coats that you have in the coat rack. Will sit up again and then hop over to the corner. At this point, you hear this like little footsteps kind of coming down the cobblestone hallway just beyond the archway, and turning is a very short humanoid, standing about 3 feet tall, kind of very pale olive green colored skin, looking at you with like this long and bent nose. Hello and welcome to my lord's abode. Were you the ones that he was expecting, as I see that you found the magical transportation on the way in?
Yes.
Yes.
He's very he has like a very wide frame for someone so short, and kind of like the suit that's wrinkled in places. Very well. Dinner is just about to be served. You may join my lord and his other guest in the cigar room while you wait for dinner.
What is your name?
My name, I haven't been given one, unfortunately.
Okay, then you'll be Jeeves.
Jeeves. Very
Jeeves?
well. If that
Thank you,
pleases
Jeeves.
you to call me such things, then by all means,
Thank you, Jeeves.
Indeed.
it is my pleasure. Now, please, if you follow me.
We'll follow him.
Zulkifli leaves his sandals by the door and he walks barefoot.
So as you're gonna walk through, it is very clean. There are many glass cases with some sort of like heavily jeweled items, very nice looking pieces of very old parchments. It's kind of, there's many trophies, one would say, as on display as you're walking down this hallway. to this room. And as you walk in, the first thing you see is Lord Minorialis in his brightly colored multi-pattern, like almost like a kaleidoscope looking robe that's kind of, it's unbuttoned in the front and just drapes over his shoulders. His arms aren't through it or anything like that. And he's talking next to the fireplace, and across the fireplace from him is another familiar face, wearing a long black coat with silver runes sprawled across the bottom of it, long horns like that of a gazelle, and charcoal black skin, is the designer of some of your magic items himself, Xylus.
Oh, hello, Xylus.
I see that you all have met Lord Minorialis.
Indeed.
You told me you'd be coming.
Thank you for the cloak.
How's it working for you? Have you used it yet?
I haven't, but I could feel its power.
I've used my necklace. It works very well.
Wonderful.
And my pocket watch is beautifully crafted. Thank you.
Of course it is. I made it. Anyway, it's so good that all of you have decided to join us for dinner. Otherwise, we would have quite a bit of leftovers, isn't that right? Please have a seat. I have a few cigars there in that box that you're more than welcome to help yourself to.
Cormac has already helped himself to the cigars.
I'll take a deep
All of
puff
them.
in after like
Yeah,
cutting
they're
the end
great.
of it, and like some like little sparks fly out as he exhales, and then the smoke turns wild colors with taking shapes of like naval battles and animals prancing across a prairie. With each
What was in
exhale.
this stuff?
Oh, don't worry, it's just a few magical enchantments. That's all.
You can see them too. Good.
I apologize. Xylus is now speaking. He does get eccentric about his tricks. Anyway, please tell me, what have you been up to since you visited my shop?
That's a loaded question. Maybe
Yeah.
we start with today. I lost my finger.
She almost
And
turned
as you
into
can
a
see,
tree.
my brother has lost his arm.
Yeah, I'll just lift up the stump.
Oh,
That has not been a fun experience. I can confirm.
They were both oddly willing situations.
Yeah.
I died.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
I got to chop a giant golem in half with my hand.
I think it was more of an angel, technically.
it seems like you all have been through a lot.
That's an understatement.
Mm-hmm.
Another member of our old party was actually quite proficient in healing. He lives in Cargrin. You might be able to get some assistance with your missing limbs with him if you were ever in the area.
Kagran, we hear there are giants attacking there now.
They'll both look at each other. Yes, a lot of things are going on in this world.
All at the same time.
Xylus, should we tell them?
Tell us what?
Xylus is gonna shoot Lord Minor and Alice like a dagger-like stare.
Well, now you have to.
Apparently we do.
He made the face that Casimir makes.
There are whispers being made into many different leaders' ears by a particular organization that is causing such turmoil across the continent. You have already come across 2 of its members during your travels. Once was when you were retrieving water from the fountain,
Hmm.
and the second one was on the forest path, disguising herself as an old crone. A coven, one would say, whose leader is far more deadly than either of the 2 that you've encountered.
Do you know anything of their goals?
Well, we have been attempting to scry on them, but they are quite good at protecting shrouding themselves rather in privacy. But it seems that their goal is death. The deaths
Sorry.
of others.
Death for us?
Just in general?
Well, when one dies, what happens?
Hmm,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Many things.
Their soul is a lot more vulnerable, one would say. And if you are at the crossroads where all souls go through, you can prevent their crossing if you know where to look at the right moment. The deaths of the dwarves, the deaths of the giants, the deaths of all the village folk being forced to go into the dungeon. Not even adventurers anymore. Simple townspeople.
What use would they have for keeping souls from passing on?
That is what we do not know. With all of my ability and all of my power, I still cannot break through their defenses. They have been operating in secret for a long time before we finally noticed. And now, this is the result. War, turmoil. But why an entire continent? Why so focused? Typically they target a simple farming town, but their goals must be large.
What's their interest in this group of us?
It's not their interest in you, it's ours. You see, we are an organization that shares information between areas of this continent for its greater protection. I, Xylus, our member in Kargren, and a few others, which for their safety I will not reveal to you, all work together behind the scenes, rather, setting those on the right paths to make sure that this land continues to be safe for the many. So no, to answer your question, it was not just a mere coincidence that I met you in that alleyway.
I mean,
Oh no.
seems to be no coincidence.
And no, it's not a coincidence that Xylus sold you his immense talent for very cheap.
Coincidence is a concept that has left my mind recently.
And I would like to apologize, Silas, now speaking to all of you, for not being upfront, as I had not been able to fully judge your character at the moment. At that time. As our contact in Mysteria was quite unsure of all of you as well. When he first met you all.
You said that you've been trying to scry on them. Have you been spying on us as well?
We have.
And your thoughts?
You all are quite messy. I like messy. Why do you think I fell in love with Silas over here? Silas, who looks completely impeccable in every way. Perfectly cut nails, everything.
What do you mean by messy? Now I'm looking at my clothes and stuff like, oh no.
Presuming it's the casual murder.
Zool nods in total agreement.
Are you two aware of what we recently gathered?
We are. But one would also know that the plague taking over your people is not an enclosed threat. It is not contained. It can spread. All it takes is one unfortunate mage to travel to that plane and then immediately leave before it breaks out across multiple, if it has not already. One is more imminent than the other. One can be taken care of sooner than later. There are many things brewing across the lands that we all must be aware of, and we all must be dealing with in a very particular order.
Maybe we could help each other then.
I do
We
believe we
don't
can.
have many contacts, but we do know how to go places and do things together. Perhaps if you can assist us, because it is not only my brother and I that have needs, then we can help you with whatever you may need.
You see, with the ability that we have, we all have also signed into sort of an agreement where we cannot take action to interfere with directly with the politics of countries. So we are not able to directly stop this coven. We're not able to stop the war between Dolenglad and Undobeleg. We are not able to strike down the minister even when one of us is a right-hand man.
A good thing we're not signed up for that then.
Originally, we employed the keepers, but
So you need agents.
yes. And we were hoping, by bringing you to this dinner, that you would consider an agreement of sorts. You would be rewarded, of course. As you complete things, we could increase that reward and improve on it, but it is dangerous. And all
What
of you
isn't?
have these paths that have crossed and share so many mutual goals and relations that destiny is a fickle thing. At this point, your newly named friend by the name, sorry, I have this all. What did you say? Jesus?
Jeeves?
Jeez. He's gonna start. Dinner is served.
Thank you, Jeeves.
Oh, well, let's eat.
That name reminds me too much of Speeds. It's too adjacent.
Sorry, is Sneeves a name? I've never heard that before.
Oh, you don't know Sneeves or Sneeves? I never actually. I don't know what his name is.
Is Sneeves the
Sneeves.
cousin of Sneeves? Like they're like related?
Same person actually, but
He keeps,
just a
he
different.
keeps calling them different names. I thought their name was Sneeze.
It was Sneeves, Sneeves.
I'm gonna solidify on Speeves because that's the one I remember using. So
Okay.
Speeves, he was this rat-like man who could turn into a more rat-like man.
So this spleef can do
Yeah.
this.
By now we've sat.
I know we have a student, yes.
Pointless conversation. I love it.
There are a mixture of vegetarian options and meat options here. Basically, you have an empty plate, and whatever food you think of appears before you.
It took.
Ooh.
Whatever drink you think of fills into your goblet.
So on Zul's plate is a dark, slow cooked beef curry. It's daging rendang, with a coconut rice dish right next to it, and then adjacent to that is this like spicy red chili paste with fried anchovies. It's sambal ikan bilis, and then on it's just a sprig of cilantro on it. And he looks down at it, and a tear kind of just passes down his eyes because he hasn't seen such a beautiful thing in about 16 years.
Anybody else want to share what their meal is?
Sure. So Astra looks a little different. She's got this stringy seaweed salad on her plate. And on top of it, it's adorned with things like moss balls and some other vegetation, berries, nuts. And it's really just a salad. But it's one that she would enjoy commonly at home. So it's like a river kelp. It's a little thick, you know, but chill.
So the food's whatever we want, right? Just to
Mhm.
clarify.
Mm-hmm.
Within reason.
Within reason? What do
Like,
you mean
no,
within
it can't
reason?
be like solid
dragon.
gold lamb chops. It has to
Damn
be
it.
realistic.
Nazmir's food is his favorite. Magical weapons.
Yeah, no. I was about to do
A
something
vorpal
so
sword
similar.
appears before me.
Yeah.
Black
It's a bunch of-
ranger.
It's a bunch of dire looking cogs.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say a platter just full of gold, zero food. Just like, yeah.
It's
No.
food. It has to be food.
Okay,
Yeah.
Maybe gold leaf. There you go.
maybe. I don't think Kaija would know what that is.
Is it like a big tiered cake?
In the shape of a
tower?
fish.
Yeah.
Aspen, on his plate is just an assortment of multicolored root vegetables and like truffle. And then
Wonderful.
on the side, there's a little cup of soil, and he takes out inkwell from his hat and puts him in front of it.
Yeah. Nazmir's got looks like a simple cheese and vegetable casserole kind of dish. Something that he and his wife would have made together many times.
I make that.
I guess. Do we want to say what Cormac is before Kazir?
Corned beef hash.
So, corned beef. Huh? Cormac's got a plate of potatoes, bit of meat, of indeterminate origin, and just a big fuck off glass of beer. Just a huge glass of beer, and he's mostly into the beer. And then there's another glass. He reaches out for another glass, and there's a whiskey. And he reaches out for, and then there's a cigar.
Is there a cider drink?
Oh yeah, and then he reaches out for another thing, and then it's dessert, and it's a pancake, but it's in the shape of a gun. And he looks down at it, and a tear just slides down his face. Just My heart betrays me.
Yeah, so okay, I'm gonna go normal. So Casimir is having roast pheasant with a blackberry compote, roasted rosemary potatoes, and a delightful mulled red wine.
Lovely.
Zol's eating his with his right hand, just enjoying it. And then he looks up. What are his hosts eating? Are they doing anything, or are they just looking at us creepily?
So Xylus has a single carrot and a slice of cucumber on his plate.
Wow.
Trying to keep his figure.
Oh my.
Runway ready.
Okay.
Are we asking too much? Like, are we being rude?
Oh.
I apologize.
No, I've already had a muffin this morning, so.
Right.
What do you know of this group that wants to kill so many people? Why do they want souls? What do they do? Where they come from?
Lord Morialis, who has just this ever-filling cup of espresso with a huge cinnamon roll, like dripping with cream cheese icing. Oh, excuse me, just give me one moment while I chew this. Anyway, we believe that they're using souls for some sort of magic. Unknown evil ritual purposes. Often that's what souls are typically collected for.
Yes, there's certainly nothing that can keep a soul from passing on to the dead.
Who is their leader?
An ancient and evil hag.
Not a dragon.
No, why would you ask such a thing?
Not like a dragon that's like the daughter of a deity. No, no relation. Good.
No. But they might be using the souls to awaken something greater. Or for their own selfish purposes. We do not know quite yet. It seems with these, there's a pattern. We're collecting souls, we're trying to resummon something. It gets repetitive at some point. Anyway.
You know. Yeah.
Yes. They are based in the Feywilds, as they are Fey in their origin.
And you want us to fight them. Find them out and fight them. Stop them.
You won't be able to fight them and kill them. Well, not yet, anyway. You must find a thing that allows you to kill them. Each one has a different item that you must use. You might have noticed that when you fought the Maestro and you fought the other woman on the forest path, they did not necessarily die before you, did they? They simply vanished.
Maestro.
Yes. The one that you fought when you were trying to get the fountain waters. He is one of the members of the three.
Okay. And you said we need specific items for them.
Right. Each one has a weakness. You must find it and kill them.
Okay. That sounds agreeable. Am I speaking out of turn? I mean, it seems like the
No,
right thing.
I mean,
You are watching us. You know about us, who we are, where we come from. Yes.
Yes,
So you know what I am,
I do.
and you know what I have done.
I do.
You think I am right for this job for you?
I do. Well, not just us.
And
If
oh, go. No,
please.
I just wonder if we help you. Can you help us discover more answers with our plight in running water and blessings?
missing wives.
That too, missing wives. Irreversible debt. Lots of problems.
I promise you that you'll be finding solutions with us as soon
Thank
as we
you.
can help with.
Hmm.
If we can help people and stop this killing, then yeah, maybe I want that. I want to help stop that.
You also said that we would also need to become stronger. Can you help us with that as well?
We can. But before you're able to go on that, we are on a bit of a time crunch, are we not? For the summer solstice.
Yes, we are.
Weeks.
We will continue to gather information that we can on the current issues of the world while you continue on this journey that's already been set before you. When you return to us after your time in the Feywilds during the summer solstice, we will be able to give you more direction on how you can strengthen yourselves further. It is my understanding that you need a large source of water that has been blessed by an extremely powerful celestial. Something close to a god, if not a god itself.
That's what they say.
Now, the issue remains of how you can get that water from one place to another to distribute throughout an entire area.
I have ideas, though I don't know if they're, you know, practical.
Quite. I have something that might be of use. He's going to pull out this purple crystal about 4 inches in length that is like what you would find a quartz to be. Perfectly cut quartz where it's like a rectangular prism with a pyramid cut shape on top and bottom, right? On one side, it has some runes etched into it. Think of this as an anchor. Once you find this so-called body of water that's blessed, sacred, anchor this into the ground, close to it, and that will allow us to access it freely. Because if we do not have the means now to collect and distribute the water, this will allow us to get back to it via the plane shift spell. It will attune itself to that location wherever you place it.
Understood. Thank you.
Yes. And you're welcome. Be careful with how you use those words in the next few months.
Question. Archmage Amelia tasked us with returning to her. Should we trust her? I don't think we can, but should we?
Amelia was a gifted student of mine up until she decided to go off and join the Empire for not just magical knowledge and power in that regard, but political power, which corrupts absolutely, if you ask me. Anyway, I would say don't trust her, but she could be useful, so it's good to keep her at arm's length.
Conveniently.
So I was trying to think of a different phrase because I didn't want to offend the Firbolg.
Yes. Conveniently, several of our suggested paths led us to Amandaresk, and it was one of the things she suggested as well. But she also holds a lot over this group. I mean, the reason that they're not rotting in a cell or dead is because she manipulated to release us. So
at this point, a third voice will be from the chamber. I would stay away from Amandaresk. Stepping into the room is a man standing about 7 feet tall with completely black skin and green eyes, a little bit of smoke curling out the corners of his mouth.
Okay.
You.
That would not be wise for you to venture in that area, and I'm sure both of the archmages of the Black and Gold Order would like to see you there, but they do not know what lies beneath the depths.
And you do?
Vaguely. If you are to go there, you will die. Zaves Quintomo is going to take his seat at the table.
Joins the party.
So you were the unnamed person who was looking at us while we were back there where we first met in Syria.
I am the one who informed my companions here of your presence in the world. The moment you stepped in my guild hall.
Not the moment that I snuck into that tent.
I'm aware that you were there.
I say in Draconic, well met once again, friend of the scale.
We'll kind of give a courteous nod. Whatever form you take, I can see through it. At all times, I knew that you were that ghastly looking cat sitting in his lap as I spoke to him.
I understand. You must have special eyes then.
I do.
What do you see in the Amandaresk?
Although I do not know its exact nature, there is something that many fear. Something ancient and deadly that has made the ruins of Amandaresk its lair, its home. But for now, it has no interest in the rest of the world, as it has not sent anything out. One would leave it be for now.
So some sort of creature is the danger. Some being.
Something sentient and very intelligent.
Huh. In one sense, I have to say that is relieving. I was going to ask if there was any danger, perhaps you know of the form of swordsmanship I've studied, and I'll summon my echo. I understand there seems to be some tie to that place with some knowledge of this form of fighting.
Mindarask was a civilization that existed long before any of the kingdoms currently on this continent ever were built. They were advanced in their magical knowledge, while not very different from archaeological knowledge from ours. But they are the ones who took down Gargruma. The ones who cut his claw from his body, and the ones that could access the realms of order. It is that ability that resulted in the destruction of their home.
So it is dangerous.
Meddling with the order of the world, the natural order of the world, is always dangerous. They are not evil, they are not benevolent. They simply exist to keep everything from self-imploding. Now, is your style of fighting directly related to it? One would say it deals with time, but is it dangerous? I wouldn't assume so. At least that is my hypothesis.
Okay.
Your experiments, however, one would argue that could be mighty foolish. I'm sure you've already felt the sting of that mistake.
My experiments.
Lord Mornalios is going to look at Zavas. Now's not the time.
Do his experiments have something to do with what happened to his family?
At this point, Lord Mornalios is going to look down at this cinnamon bun and see it's kind of like droopy. Oh, I was looking forward to eating that.
Do I know what he's referencing with that?
I'll message you.
Okay. Ugh.
In the meantime, Kydra has a mean piece of cake right now that he's eating and he's loving every bit of it. But man, you know, in the Western District, we don't have this. It's just like decently prepared meat.
Ah. This is wonderful food, everyone.
I mean, you thought it up, did you not?
I would say mango sticky rice shows up in front of Zul's plate. It's like warm coconut milk infused rice with like slices of fresh mango with like a little bit of like sea salt drizzle onto it, and like a drizzle of coconut milk on it too. And then right next to it is something called sago gula melaka, which is like cane sugar kind of treacle drizzled all over tapioca base with like some fresh slices of mango as well on top of that too. How?
That looks amazing. It's so bright.
Dre. I offer everyone bites.
I think everyone just now imagines it on their plates.
Oh yeah, my plate has become a little messier, but you know.
A nice sweet that I had back home was a banana that is completely brown. It is very sweet.
Sidebar: anywhere in the world, you meet a Malaysian, you ask them what they miss about home. The first thing that they say will be the food.
Xylus is gonna say, anyway, the issue is still at hand of you getting to Ashtelmut.
Yeah, we were hoping that maybe you can help with the teleportation.
Indeed, I can. In case you did not notice, as it's actually quite a big accomplishment of mine. If you were to look at my front doorway, you would notice that there are many runes that you could configure, and each combination goes to a different portal, circle rather, that I have put somewhere in the world using those same runes. And what was the combination for Ashtelmut? Just one wrong rune, and you could end up in a subdimension spiraling onward into the nothingness and abyss.
Oh, take your
Ripped
time.
into
I've done
pieces.
that before.
Anyway, I'm sorry, I got a little off track there. Yes,
Yeah.
it will. I have a dummy house in each location that I've set a teleportation, and basically by configuring the doorway correctly, it will allow you to exit out of that house.
You should be kinder to your houses. Don't call them names.
Oh, trust me, I made sure to beat all of the emotions out of them when I built them.
You know, there was a joke, but that's kind of dark.
Oh, was it?
I mean, I love it, but still. I guess we do have a timeline, but we also, our gear was severely damaged in our last encounter, and we're waiting on it to be repaired by your...
Yes, that was.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting to see you all struggle in that pit with the gray ooze. I was
Yes,
on
I have
the
a
edge of my
feeling-
seat.
I have a feeling we weren't all supposed to just jump in that together, but, you know, when we do something stupid, we do it together.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet of you. I let me tell you, the amount of times I've seen you almost die, I was very, well, or rather die in your case. I was very, it was very hard for me not to just teleport you out of there and bring you here, but I was told not to, because Xylus, my dear, told me not. Xylus going, Minorialis, we are not dating. We never have been. Minorialis is, oh, my heart, you hurted.
Thrilling conversation.
Xylus
Yeah,
is just
just gonna-
rolling a meatball with on some noodles around on a plate with just his fork. He's not even eating it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take his fork and just drop it onto his empty plate. This, this was great and all, but I'm bored.
Yeah. So I guess we go back to, you think we shouldn't touch Amelia, but we need to keep her. We need to keep her from turning against us. So we should likely travel to see her, just to. I mean, I don't want to come back here and find out that.
She does have the ability to make you political enemies in this kingdom, and that would be just another kingdom on your list.
Yes. And we shouldn't kill her. That's what I'm getting.
I would not, because it's just like a hydra. Cut one head, another one takes its place.
And you cut
Sometimes
this.
more.
Okay.
The best way to kill a hydra is the heart. If you really want to take this kingdom down, the
Kill the
king
emperor?
at this point, Zavis be like, Zavis, not
Yep.
now. Right. Right.
Well,
Whatever else is going to say. Anyway, it appears that you need to get to Archmage Amelia, the one who betrayed me, the one who stole my secrets and sold them to this empire. Not Amelia.
Yes, that sounds about right.
Sure,
And
why not?
oversharing is good. I appreciate it.
Well,
Seems to
unfortunately, I
be
do not have a
habit of the
teleportation circle.
rulers here.
Yeah. Too very soon. Don't worry, we can go. We have horses. We can travel today. Tomorrow morning. So 3 days we will travel, and then we are at very soon. And
So-
after we come back.
I invite you all to stay the night here.
Oh, thank you.
You'll
Yes,
find
okay.
rooms to your liking, much like your mules. Just up the stairs and pick any door you'd like. Just imagine clearly what you want to see on the other side, or else you're going to step into nothingness and spiral into the abyss for the rest of your lives.
Good to know.
Until starvation takes you or madness does. Oh, please.
That's not jarring.
And as he snaps his fingers, all of the contents of the table will vanish into nothingness, just as Zav is about to take the one bite of his meatball, and just vanishes and he just bites nothing. And as he sends you up to your rooms to rest for the night, that is where we're going to take our mid-session break. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in so far. We're gonna take a quick break to refresh ourselves, going into the rest of the session, as the plot has thickened, much like a stew when you had cornstarch. Wow. Fun
Yeah,
fact,
nice little slurry.
cooking tip of the session: if you want to thicken up like a nice stew without the starchy taste of flour or cornstarch, just add some instant mashed potatoes to it. Way better. Wow,
Yeah.
who would have known? Anyway,
Or you just use time, which is the greatest thickener of all. Time and heat.
I don't know if you mean like the measurement or like the herb.
No, I mean like you
Like-
heat a
like-
stew
like-
over time, letting it thicken as the juice. Anyway.
Hey, if you want to catch up on all of our previous episodes, Michael, what do we do? I'll tell you what we do. We go back and go check us out on YouTube. Prestige Encounters on YouTube.
Is that an impersonation of me?
Now do it as Cormac.
No.
And we'll be back after
And we'll be
these
back.
messages and then some extra time because our messages don't last the whole amount. Be right back. And welcome back, everyone. So, where we last left off, you guys were all going to bed. Unless there's anything that you guys would like to do before you fall asleep, there is no need for a watch. I will tell you that.
I don't know about that.
Or am I
Hydra's gonna
lying
go-
to you?
Hydra's gonna go fight his own shadow.
Shadow boxing.
Are we actually going to describe our rooms?
If you would like to.
Oh God, why would we do this to ourselves? We describe food. Now let's describe our rooms.
Who did this?
I think since Cormac's not here, you guys will have an opportunity to customize your rooms in the future. Because you will return here.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I would hope so. So, you know.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that anyone would like to do before you go to sleep, though?
Zool is going to actually just stay a moment. Is the lord of the house still around?
Yeah. Lord Moralialis.
Yeah.
Minorialis, sorry. Is still
Minorialis.
around. Minorialis is still around.
Lord Minorialis, thank you for your invitation. It's very, very tasty dinner. And also thank you for believing in us. I have one thing I want to ask. You have the power to see people, yeah? Scrying.
I do. It's not a precise art all the time, but I am able to on occasion.
I have not seen my grandfather in a very long time. Many years. In fact, I thought maybe he was dead already. But not very long ago, I met some sailor. He said that they meet my grandfather, Dr. Jasir, only a few years ago. Not very long. I want to know if he is still alive. I don't know what he is doing. I want to know. So, can you help me?
I can see, but there is a risk of failure, you see. If I'm not too familiar with him or have something that's close to him, like a piece of his clothing or something that's his. Do you have anything like that?
He gave me my Chris. It is in a shop. I have. He goes through his alchemist kit because he learned alchemy from his grandfather. He gave me this beaker. And also, gonna rummage around. He gestures to his kainsoket, which is a piece of cloth that he wears around his waist. This one also, he gave to me. He said it was my father's as well.
Okay.
If you need my blood, also you can use my blood.
That would be more yours than it would be
grandfather.
his, but let me come with me. He's gonna take you into this side room. It has all sorts, like there's just a shelf, multiple shelves of these glittering, brightly colored bottles. There is wax that's kind of dripped off of candles and solidified itself, hanging off the shelves of a variety of colors. There are these spinning and whirling devices all around. With these gemstones across it and kind of like sparkling as it does so. The room looks horribly messy and beautiful at the same time. Oh, don't mind the mess. I don't normally let anybody clean in here, and I've been very tired. But he's gonna take a cloth off of a crystal ball in the middle of the room. No, it's very important to keep a cloth covering a crystal ball.
Because they may be watching.
No, the sunlight comes through that window just at the right angle. It can set the whole place on fire.
Okay.
It's also a focus of light. It's a prism. Anyway, please allow me to. He's gonna hold his hand over, like grabbing the beaker, and he's going to. Ooh, that's cocked. Okay. Focus. His eyes are gonna roll back. The room is gonna kind of like the candle's gonna dim and respark and dim again. The lights overall with the Everlight are going to kind of grow and faint as well as like the shadows kind of creeping closer to the crystal ball. He resisted it.
Does he know? That you tried?
I do not know.
Okay. So he is still alive.
Alive well enough to resist the effect of the scry. Whether he did so intentionally or not, but it seems that his mental fortitude is quite there. I don't think I've ever tried to scry on a dead person before. It'd be an interesting experiment. But alas, I cannot try again for another day.
That is okay. Thank you. You have already confirmed for me one question I had. Is he alive? Thank you. I will sleep now. I start to go.
Is everybody going to sleep?
Were we in earshot of that conversation?
I would say no.
Yeah, just going to sleep.
Okay. You all awake in the bright and early day to the smells of breakfast being made, bacon frying, spices, just salt or pepper as they cook over the eggs that are being fried.
Come to the table.
You walk downstairs to find Lord Morelialis, and what was the dining room last night is now a kitchen with a large table inside of it, kind of like a kitchen island. And he's like wearing like a star astral like robe, kind of tied like a bathrobe almost, and like a nightcap with bunny slippers.
Oh, is it the same deal? Do we have the perfect breakfast?
He's like, I hope you don't mind. I went ahead and took the liberty of preparing some breakfast items for you. I have some hot cakes here with fresh maple syrup from this nicely cut maple tree I found in the park this morning. It was still leaking out sap, along with some eggs here with rice, and of course there's plenty of hot sauce and bacon as well. The two are unrelated. And I heard while I was out today that there is a finger-stealing maniac on the loose in the city, so it's best to be wary as you travel to the city over the next few days.
Here, watch out for a dragonborn riding a giant capybara.
Oh, really? I never thought he had it in him.
No, you couldn't possibly mean the finger cutter upper man.
I look down at the maple syrup. Well, he has one less hiding place now.
I would like some hot cakes. We don't have these in the Western District.
Unfortunately, I give all of my unseen servants the mornings off to do. I actually don't know what they do. Do they just go away when I don't need them? Oh dear.
I mean, do they actually exist?
I don't know.
Are they not fey entities technically?
You see, in my field, I don't exactly study. It just comes naturally to me.
Oh, you're a sorcerer, right?
Is that what they call it?
Yes, sorcerers. So people like me, I have to study magic, and some of it I need a book for, and some of it I just keep in my head, like the war magics. But I still require education books, which I seem to be somewhat short on, actually.
You and I are alike.
Yes.
You know, that is so interesting that you actually have to try.
I've always had to try.
Well, me and my sister get our magic from our connection to the world around us, as well as the strength of our minds.
And Kydro's magic comes from punching.
I punch and magic comes out.
Mine from my blood.
Well, it's really uncomfortable. He has to cut himself to do it.
Yeah, but I heal, so very slowly.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Covered in scabs. Scabs all over his arms.
Yeah.
Cormac just reaches for a single shot of whiskey, which is his breakfast.
And that's Cormac's magic.
Oh, I've just got real big balls.
I was going to say.
I think Cormac's marksmanship is magic in and of itself.
That's right. And the other thing. Cormac Mac Dwyer. Write down.
I've
with
been
an A.
broken. Um,
Yeah.
I would be the worst comedian. Like, I can't keep pace no matter what.
Yeah. If you're like Jimmy Fallon, you got to break up at all the jokes.
That's the only thing that makes him funny. Anyway,
Oh, scathing. We lost a viewer. Oh no, Jimmy Fallon was watching.
he's a really funny dude. I actually do enjoy him.
Jimmy Fallon.
Anyway, enough about Jay Leno. So
It's funny. I was about to make a burn scar joke, and then you mentioned Jay Leno.
so help yourselves to the breakfast, and I hope that you all have a really safe journey, free of Atticus Filkendor cutting off anyone's fingers. I'll be sure to warn the authorities of his, since I know him personally, of his current whereabouts. And
Oh, you know him.
oh yes, good friend of mine.
Is he actually? Because I think honestly, I think he might be messed up. He took a bit of a blow to the head just yesterday.
He's actually, his predicament is actually my fault.
Oh.
He said it wasn't a lady.
Was it one of the coven that you mentioned?
See,
The witch.
the I had him approach somebody on my behalf,
Mm-hmm.
and it turned out to be the wrong somebody to approach. And he always had a word content problem.
Mm-hmm. We noticed. So now he's talking himself to death.
Well, just not to death per se, just to a very painful existence until he dies.
Yes, I mean that's presumably you live until you die.
Yes, but he'll rot before he dies.
Oh.
Oh,
He won't die of old age, right?
That's very horrible.
I've not, like, in the physical sense of the time sense, yes. Unless
So-
someone puts him out of his misery, and then I would hope that he would die. I haven't tried that
So,
yet. Maybe that would be
is
an
he
easier
going-
solution.
Is he gonna like decompose and turn to dust?
I wonder what happened to his consciousness if that happens. I wonder if
I
I can
mean-
get him to count all the bottles in my room and therefore get him to age faster.
Or
And
ball
until that
bearings in my
happens-
bag,
I like the way you think.
right?
Oh God, it's spreading. We need to leave. We are corrupting you.
Oh, trust me, it's not you corrupting me.
Casimir walks out.
What about your
With some-
breakfast?
He takes some bacon.
Cormac takes the bowl of bacon.
wait,
and
I
just
want
starts-
some of that.
So you guys are all just like eating whatever you can grab as you leave the house.
Oh, just Casimir is leaving. Everyone else can stay.
politely finishes his meal, thanks the host, gets up, bows, wipes his hands, washes them, looks around. His party members aren't there anymore. Leaves.
Puts his shoes on the way out.
Oh yeah, finds his sandals, puts them on.
I'm just actually gonna stick around to ask him a question.
Oh.
Yes.
So, I was curious, right? You know a lot about magic and, the way the world works, right?
In a way.
I was maybe wondering, is there a way to maybe talk to dead people?
I believe that would be more up Xylus's alley.
Right.
But he left last night to return to his shop. Something about a summer show that he has to prepare for. And he's only made 2 of his assistants cry this week, and he has a strict quota of 5.
Do you know anything maybe about the Tower of Allura? Something outside of, maybe common knowledge. Maybe there's I don't know, shortcut.
Do you know if anyone has important knowledge on the Tower of Allura? I believe it'd be the one sending thousands of people to their deaths. Well, has it reached 1,000 yet? I haven't exactly been keeping count, but more people go into the tower every day and do not come out.
Prime Minister.
So why would he go to such lengths to fund an entire invasion, frame it up in diacogs, allow that army to take home and become his own personal force, turn the nation from a mercantile nation to a militaristic dictatorship, all just to send his citizens into the tower against their will? What does he know that we do not know?
Hey, we should pay him a visit just to find out what it is he does know.
I love how you confuse the words we and you, or me. Wonderful. You should pay him a visit. I stay here where I can keep up with my sworn duties because I cannot directly interfere. Right? Right.
Yeah. Right. Sorry. I'm very used to the word.
There you go. Yes, in a own self-referring sense.
My buddies would go do that.
Correct. We, yes, but not me. As part of that,
Not
we. You see?
We excluding you. All right, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Just gonna walk out.
You guys walk out of the store to a very dark and dirty alley. The door behind you is that of a shack. And as soon as the last one of you exits, the lantern, kind of like a porch light, the lantern that had a flame on it dwindles and goes out.
It's bigger on the inside. He walks around the shack.
Cormac's like, I know the feeling.
Casimir like ducks his head around the shack. Sorry, what? You what? I don't understand. Yeah, bigger on the inside. Like
you can open. You can try to open the door again.
Yeah, let's open the door.
It's a tool shed. There's nothing in there but cobwebs and rusty rakes and shovels.
Okay.
So it's not bigger on the inside per se. He did mention that the door was a portal of sorts.
Great. So now we don't know how to find him.
Oh, I'm sure he knows how to find us.
Yeah, he is watching also, all the time.
Yeah.
So, for now, we must find our cart and horses, and maybe we take some more cargo. Take the cargo from here to very soon, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, it's a limited value because it won't get as much resale. Sorry, Nazmir, you're the expert on this, but I'm assuming that the further we transport the goods, the more value it has, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
But
It wouldn't hurt though. It's practically free profit.
Okay. Okay. Are any of these tools look like they're worthwhile?
Make a wisdom check.
Okay. I don't really care. Just make it big. Natural 1.
That was loud. Wrong switch. Yeah, they all look like they're worth quite a bit of money. They might even be magical.
Yeah. It's gonna. Okay. Just let me look at these. It's gonna.
behind you,
Ritual cast identify.
behind you, you just hear. You're looking for a good tool. You're looking at him.
You're gonna ritual cast identify.
Yeah, so you're gonna spend the next 10 minutes to find out these tools are not magical.
Oh yeah, Casimir, come on lah. What are you doing?
I don't
10
know.
minutes already. We're waiting here.
I should have eaten more than bacon. I think it's getting to me.
Plus me. Okay, so
Okay.
what is it? It's important magical ritual, yeah?
Yeah. No, these tools aren't magical. There's nothing magical about this shed. I'm somehow compelled to think these are valuable, but yes, let's get the hell out of here.
You made a mistake. You misjudged.
Given who we know in the mercantile sector, the people we traded with when we first got into town, DM, would it be reasonable for us to load up our cart with some cargo that they might want to have traveled? Just spend like an hour or two negotiating that. Does that work, or how would that go?
Yeah, so we can skip the exact details.
Yeah.
So you're traveling from Ferris Isle to
Back to Valorison.
Valorison. Okay, so whichever one of you wants to do it, I'm gonna need 3 straight persuasion checks.
I'm not a Nazmir who knows this stuff.
Cormac will assess.
Sure.
There's no advantage on this because you get
Nah.
three rolls.
Yeah.
3 rolls persuasion.
We could just like rob a cart, and, take their goods.
Okay, so I got an 8, a nat 1, and a 21.
Listen, you want straight persuasion? I'm right here. I'm your man.
Okay, so to buy the goods to travel to to buy enough goods to make it worth traveling, you're gonna need to spend roughly 893 gold is what you're gonna end up spending and negotiate with the local merchants. And mostly what you have here is finished materials, things that have been reinforced magically, as far as like things go, resources and that sort of thing, herbs, stuff like that. So are you gonna take that out of your party funds?
800 something gold.
873.
Okay. 800. Are you sure this is a good deal? 873.
Well, it also will depend on the other end, but I think we did okay on this side.
Okay. So I'll take out 873, 87 platinum and 3 gold.
Sorry, Jan, then took a deep breath in and it was like on my mic. Anyway.
Yeah, 87 platinum from and 3 gold from the party funds.
Okay. And soon enough, you set off onto the road, heading back. Valerie, his son. It is in fact raining this morning it starts out as a light drizzle as you're negotiating for your wares to sell at the next city, which eventually turns into a very cold, pelting rain mixed with this very high humidity that kind of like makes you feel sticky no matter how dry you keep yourselves.
This rain is very uncomfortable.
Indeed. Yes, it is.
How's the road holding up?
Being an empire, this road has patches of cobblestone and dirt. A lot of it's like cobblestone has been walked over so many times, it gets pushed down further and further into the ground, and then the rest of the forest starts to like grow back over it. Looks like you can guess that they're probably gonna rework the roads during the warmer times of the year, but you're just now getting all the colder seasons.
Yeah, so it's not like mucky or anything.
Not, I mean, here and there, but there's nothing. I'll let you know if you need an animal handling check. Don't you worry.
Okay. Gotta get those natural ones going.
Is there anything you would like to do while you're traveling across the plains before you hit the forest?
I suppose Zul will have donned his cloak that he's got and
Mhm.
retreated for the rain, hopefully to just keep some of it off him. Riding in silence.
I think we're just
Look-
miserable.
listening as much as he can for any approaching movement, creatures, that kind of thing.
Okay. Make a perception
Oh.
check, please.
Sure.
Pull the book out.
I believe given it's hearing based, it's with advantage. 25. Natural.
25. Okay. The storm is making it actually pretty difficult to hear things. The thunder is quite loud at times. There are times when you hear people long before you see them through like the gray haze of all that rain coming down. You hear the sound of like horse hooves as people pass you, or go towards you, back towards the Fair Style from opposite directions where you came. Sometimes people will drive two wagons next to each other, go in the same direction, so you have to kind of like push yourselves off the road to make room for them, which you're like, that's really rude.
I thought of something. Cormac's gun is already damaged. It's not gonna work right now, right?
It's being repaired.
Yeah, both
Oh,
of them
it
are
is
in the
being-
shop.
Okay. Okay. Never mind.
We paid somebody else to fix them.
Through
Okay.
this rain, if I'm not interrupting you.
I
Okay.
can't do the thing I was thinking of now, so it's fine.
All right.
Oh, you weren't talking to
So-
me.
Through the rain, Aspen just thinks, rain helps plants grow, but did you know it actually helps mushrooms spread their spores? And the impact from the droplets of rain sends spores in vortex patterns that make them spread even farther than they would naturally.
Do you read about these things? It's
Oh, I mean, it is my special interest.
He's got that look when he thinks about mushrooms.
It's something I spent many years studying myself, because it's not something that you could always study in my home village.
Is that what drew you to it? That it was unique?
I feel it is often ignored the importance of fungi and everything similar to it. The decomposing stage of nature brings new life.
Interesting. That's
Without fungi and decomposers, we would have a bunch of dead matter everywhere that has no use.
It'd probably cause more disease and such too.
Yes.
It's a very interesting point.
Eventually, when the time comes for me, whenever I end up meeting my end, I do hope that my body can serve as a way to continue that cycle.
I'd prefer not to die.
No, everybody would
Once.
prefer not to die, but eventually it will happen.
Once already is enough for you, huh?
Just in general.
Yeah.
Cycle doesn't interest me. The world needs to go on, but I don't need to join it.
What did you see when you died?
All of you. I never went anywhere. holds his hand up, and a ring appears, and then disappears.
I want
As
to
I said.
insight that.
Yeah.
By all means. And then Casimir,
Yeah.
you can roll a deception if you want, just for fun, or if you're actually lying. And then from there, you know.
I rolled a 26.
I mean, that beats me by 10. He's telling the truth. He has no intention of joining the natural cycle of life and death.
Oh, I meant about the
ring? Oh, the
being
ring?
stuff.
Oh, yeah. He just told you the absolute truth.
That he only saw all of us after he died.
Oh. From his perspective, he was telling a half-truth. He was saying he never left, he saw you, but yeah, he definitely saw something else.
Okay, Aspen will acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Just kind of like shake his head slowly.
Yeah, I have no intention of leaving. There's important things to do.
Of course, I speak of the cycle as a, well,
Yeah.
I guess we all have different outlooks.
I don't intend my soul to be used as compost or recycled to feed some celestial deity.
Oh, I didn't mean that in that
No.
way. I meant my physical body.
Well, that's fair.
In that way, my physical self will continue on to live forever.
Hmm.
Even if it's not the same form.
Hmm.
And that way I consider a lot of things immortal.
Now, me personally, I'm too busy doing things I want to do to die.
You've done
Busy
it
to
once.
die.
Too busy to die again.
You did not look very busy when you died, and I carried you to get resurrected.
It's true.
In fact, you
I
look
came back.
pretty busy dying.
Who is leading the party right now?
Asmir's just driving the cart, so I'm assuming somebody's
Can I
taking
get a
the floor.
survival check from you, Zulkifli?
Sure. Here's a normal survival roll. 15.
15. You know, it's getting a little bit difficult to navigate on this path to Valriusin with the storm. You feel pretty sure about the direction you're choosing right now, but it might get increasingly difficult for you if the storm
Okay.
continues to keep up like this.
Okay. Is it late in the day? Do we feel like have we traveled a good amount around this time, or is it?
It's
we not really
about
made
I mean, when you left, it was like just after sunrise. You guys didn't even like stay that long for breakfast, and then you negotiated for a couple hours. So it's like early afternoon, mid afternoon, I'll say, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. Okay, I'll call out to the rest. Hey, this rain, no good. No good. If we keep going, then Pastilla, the wagon also might run into some mud or something. We should stop. Wait for a while.
Do we have time?
Yeah. One
Any sense how long the storm might last?
Get your
Can I
farmers
make a
out
check
on
for that or
Can
something?
can I smell
Don't
for them?
druids have a spell that will tell you that sort of thing?
I don't know.
Doesn't like the
What
spell called
spell?
druid? Isn't it like
Um,
druidcraft?
Druidcraft.
I don't have
Astra-
druid craft.
Astra's not around to do that, but she would do that because
Well,
she
I
has.
mean-
She probably would.
Aspen can definitely do Astra's character sheet right now.
Yeah. Okay. And sure, Astra will cast druid craft for that type of thing.
predicts the weather for the next 24 hours.
Nice.
Just wait until the lightning just starts coming in circles around us.
So, Astra kind of like, pulls out her tablet to look at the stars. She realizes that there aren't any stars to look at because it's stormy, and she like kind of meditates for a moment. She's like, I predict that it will be stormy for the next 24 hours with a high humidity of 83%. Don't allocate extra time for commutes as you will go to work this morning and this evening. And now here's Aspen with local.
So in that sense, is it really worth to stop now?
We'll continue
It's
to
just gonna stay stormy. We just
can't
have to be
lose.
extra vigilant.
But tomorrow we can go faster. Today we must be careful.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we take our time, at least we can use the time we have. I mean, I worry if we stop for a full day.
Well, the way that Astra put it, it says that it'll be stormy for the next 24 hours. That doesn't mean that it will stop by the end of that. That's just as far as she can see.
Feel like we just keep getting bad luck.
Let's put in an exploratory, DM, let's put in an exploratory 1 hour more of journeying, watching out for signs of just mud or just too much danger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your survival check with advantage as you continue to go along this
Will do.
path.
Coming up. 16.
16. So you continue on, you press on. The wind is not breaking, it's not gaining momentum, it's just staying rather like consistent. And you get a sense that as long as you keep your wits about you, you should be able to continue to travel, and it should be a little less windy when you get into the forest, as the trees should break it slightly. It's still going to be rainy, but right now you're not in a place where you can find any immediate shelter outside the wagon that you currently have. That's currently full of supplies that goods.
So an hour passes. Zol doesn't stop. He waves everyone forward. Continue. We can do this. Go for the trees. Now try to lead them to the tree line.
I wish I had one of those things that we saw the travelers with in the forest. One of those things that are staff with a bit of cover at the top.
The
Ayung.
umbrella?
Is that what it's called?
Yes,
Yeah.
they don't handle well in wind. They tend to break. They're made of really quite delicate materials, right?
Right.
You know, in Three Claw, we used to call them parasols.
Oh, that's what you call them.
My favorite thing was we'd put a big spike on the end of it, so if we ever got in trouble with the law, we would just... and then we would stab them with it.
Oh.
Very effective, actually. It deflects arrows.
Yeah, I just always remember the ladies walking about, singing under my umbrella.
This world does seem to have an obsession with turning everything into a weapon.
Well, have we pissed off God of the Storms?
Well, we did have that run in however long ago with the one that casted lightning upon us.
And we've been really pissing off some deities, right? Killed an
Except for the one with the forked path.
That's a
You think maybe this rain is from a god?
Well, isn't every torturous thing just a test from those?
Because I don't have this one.
There you go.
And we've killed a servant of the god. We've helped free an entity that the gods wish to be kept imprisoned.
I'm surprised that they have assisted us at the temples.
Well, you didn't mention all the, sacrilege.
Oh, I mean, if they draw their power from their gods. I thought maybe the gods themselves would deny us that. I'm not too sure on how that works.
people get a certain degree of agency, we assume the gods control everything, even though they do influence the world in their own way. But
It sounds exhausting if they did try.
well, if they did try, it might actually be better.
Perhaps. Wait.
So at this
Yeah,
point, you guys do find your way at the forest wall, where as you enter these large trees, larger than the redwoods in the redwood forest, the storm does break a little bit for you as they provide some sort of cover. Of course, there are times when water begins to coalesce and kind of create this chain effect at the treetops where just large splashes of water come down, soaking you periodically, but outside of that,
Well, this seems slightly improved, and let's make use of the daylight while we have it, huh?
Indeed.
So let's keep going for a bit.
Hmm.
Bit longer.
Keep an eye out, scouts. We know this forest is dangerous,
Yes, we do.
and we know when the party is resting, don't invite strangers.
Right.
You know, back home I didn't have as much use for practical clothing, but I could see why people wear coats that are more solid, as I am getting pretty soaked.
That's it.
It does not rain like this.
Usually we go inside.
Yeah, Nazmir looks pretty dry though.
I've got a few layers and I keep using my prestidigitation like as every 5 seconds.
Does that get exhausting using your magical cantrips as often as that?
No. It seems fine.
I mean, I could just fire firebolts off just constantly if we try that, if it works that way, but I don't think it works that way.
I don't think we should go throwing fire in the middle of a forest.
Oh, it's
No.
raining. It's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna start any fires here.
Casmir, no firebolt.
Starts
It's not-
looking at burning hands.
Cadro, don't encourage.
And let's just keep watchful, mindful of the road ahead.
Cormac just looks sadly down at his fingers, his empty holster.
Finger guns.
Wish I could do fire out my fucking fingers. Will.
Hey, you do when you've got those metal tube things.
Well, I don't I, smarty pants? So, right.
Well, I mean, if you didn't fall into some gooey acid, we'd all be better. That is, I'm glad you're alive. I'm sorry about your guns.
while traveling down the road, you do notice that there is a little pond next to the road that you don't remember from the last time you here. There are very large trees kind of like arcing over, some with still the colors of cherry blossoms, just in this massive form above you. And kneeling at this pool of water, hands on their face, kind of covering their eyes, is a figure. Saying, it's hard to tell like while kneeling, but you would guess it's about like 5'8", bluish green skin, hair that is kind of a brown red, long. Seems to be crying.
How close are they?
Like 60-ish feet ahead of you on the road.
Is there a visual reference?
Yeah, if you want one.
No way.
Why?
Let's have a look at that token.
Yeah, I just somebody
there.
puts their hard work into it. Let's
you
see it.
all are right
How-
here on the road.
How long are their limbs? Are they twice as long as their body?
appears
Are they
to be a woman of normal stature, normal limbs, just with different colored skin in a non-racial way.
She's just a little haggard.
Yeah. Is she like, she's crying?
And she doesn't have any race.
So where are we? On
What?
side?
On the path on the far left side of the map.
Far left
Okay.
side.
So
Now listen,
Yeah, and we're all
we've-
mounted, yeah?
we've experienced our share of
She's about
misfortune,
here.
but we should still, I believe, try to help people.
only once I give her a once over.
Not to say
Okay.
we shouldn't be out on our guard, but
Aspen's gonna kind of push forward a little bit, get
Yeah.
about 30 feet away,
Okay.
and
why don't we all?
Detect magic, everyone.
could I give could I have access to Astra Token?
Yes.
Are we leaving the horses?
Why don't we all continue forward? We can slow
Yeah,
down a bit, not be threatening.
I would assume that we'd still be on our horses, would we not?
Yeah.
Alright, and once he's within 30 feet, Aspen's eyes glow as he casts Detect Magic. Give her a quick once over.
There's no like illusion spell or any disguise for this person. She is magical in terms of her existence, but there's nothing like it's not like the god that you came across. It's nothing like illusionary magic that's like giving off this strong magical vibe. She herself is just a magical creature.
Okay, so no specific school of magic, like she
No.
wasn't summoned through a specific spell.
No.
Okay. Alright. She's not hiding anything, but I would still keep a safe distance.
Hello. Are you okay?
She's gonna look at you and you see that she has all white eyes.
Can you
Okay.
understand us?
You're a butter. Just cannot see, huh? Blind.
She'll stand and kind of like wipe her. Does anybody speak Aquan?
If Primordial allows me to understand Aquan, then yes.
You get fragments as she's kind of speaking. Like if someone like is listening to it, someone who's speaking Italian, but they speak Spanish natively. It's you catch enough to know what's going on roughly.
Okay.
But then you like as she's like talking and she's saying the pool. You look at the pond and notice that it has many floating bodies in it. All of them are bleeding into the pond, giving off like polluting it with their blood.
Is it like animals, people?
People, soldiers from the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Aspen will he'll speak, but he'll in Primordial, but also motion with his hands to try to help with what he's conveying. Just be like, did you do this, or who did this?
All right, one moment. She'll shake her head. She just shakes her head no.
Huh.
I speak a query to her in Draconic. What happened to you, sister? I switched to Oren. What happened to you, sister? What happened to your sister? I switched to Loxodon.
Jeez.
As she kind of like takes, she's gonna take a step forward towards you guys.
Aspen kind of grips the his staff that he has stowed on the side of his horse just for a moment.
I dismount. I just get off the horse. And I stand there, hands up, and then gesture, almost supplicative. Hands open, and a kind of open gesture, a welcoming one, if she chooses it.
Aspen will follow suit and jumping off of his horse, and he'll lean over to his horse and just say, "Would you mind waiting back there for a moment?" To his horse.
This is this point you guys hear the sound of a gallop of a horse
Which direction? Behind us or
from
ahead?
behind you.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Back where our card is.
Okay. Back to the cart.
As you look behind you, there is a person with silver armor with a red flowing cloak that you recognize to be a member of the land military for Undobeleg.
Alright.
What's he doing?
He's riding towards you. He's a member of the Magon.
Just one of them? Just he's on this?
Just one. And he's gonna see you guys and he's gonna stop as he gets close to your cart. Travelers? Is all well?
Yeah.
Find only this woman here. She is crying, but speaking in a language I do not know.
He's speaking tongues of the ocean and water.
Yeah.
Is she hurt? Does she look hurt? Yeah.
She's not hurt.
Yeah. Are the bodies in the water, they look like Megon as well?
They are.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Are you aware of a recent battle that took place here?
Battle?
Well,
Why would there be a
there's-
battle here?
Well, that's the question: is why there are Megon bodies in this water? Does the
His eyes
uniform
are gonna go
seem
wide as he like looks past you, and he's going to kick the stirs of his horse, and he's going to ride up to look at what's going on. He's gonna dismount and look at the water, and look at the woman.
Does
He's
she
gonna
have
grab
blood
his sword
on
from
her?
his sheath. You did this.
What's his rank?
Make a history check,
Sure.
and he's going to start stepping towards her.
12.
12. He's not a officer,
Hmm.
and as he walks towards her, he's going to swing at her.
Oh.
Maybe don't.
You guys watch as his sword comes up and swings down diagonally down across her chest, and she like grips it and shrieks in pain, screaming. Quite human sounding, surprisingly. And you watch, it's like, instead of blood coming out of her body, it's just like trickles of water. But she like looks, her face begins to like shake with anger, like she's trembling with the amount of anger that she just faced. And this is when you watch her reach out her hand towards the pond. The pool will begin to shake and tremor, ripples coming across it. The bodies start to get pulled down. And he looks back at her. What are you doing?
She's defending herself. You need to step back.
So you're soldier.
Is gonna be like, I will end this. And as he raises his sword once again, turning his back to the pond to face this woman, he's going to swing his sword down. But as he does mid-swing, you just hear him go, ugh. And he looks down, and there is a trident sticking through his chest, piercing through the armor. And he is going to topple over into the pond as a number of these armed water elementals begin to emerge from the water. Oh, that's the one I wanted. Thank you.
Why do we always have to do this to ourselves?
Oh dear.
Maybe we can get out of it still.
Does she understand us enough?
She understands bits and pieces of what I'm saying. Maybe I can try to convey a better message to her.
I need everybody to roll for initiative.
But of course.
Alright.
We're having a conversation.
See that?
Hooray, level 7! You get to use your stuff finally!
Oh yeah.
But we don't want to.
Yeah, I want to go get have tea in the park.
Alright,
Wow.
let's I'll roll it. It's cocked.
Yeah. We left all of our
Okay,
good
that's
gear
a-
back.
17. So I'll just add that to the initiative tracker. Alright. So Aspen is a
So, Left 4 Dead has like ruined me for like women like crying as you approach them because I'm always expecting like you awaken the witch and she just slaughters you.
Alright, and I gotta roll for Astra. Ooh, Astra rolled a 4. Yikes. Oh, I didn't have her selected. Let me do that again. Four.
Is everybody on the board?
I believe so. Yep.
Looks like.
Oh wait, hold on.
They have the first move. Oh, Kaido has the first move. Oh no!
Hold on. Hold on, my initiative accidentally turned it into a 4. Ah,
Kaido has the first move.
hold on.
What is your initiative?
17, there you go. You could just reorder it.
All right, Kydro has the first move. Kydro, what are you doing?
Retro time.
And they are
So-
currently
Oh,
in
boy.
water that you would have to swim in. It's not shallow water.
He can't like Naruto run over the water.
Not yet. I get it later though. How tall are these rocks right here? To my right.
Between, I mean, at the middle point, about 10 feet.
Hmm.
It's at a slope though, so it's not like you don't have to climb up on them or anything like that.
Right. So I can just run up these rocks?
Yeah, it's like steps.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use a little bit of movement to get up here. More like right here. And lining up these two water elementals. Oh no, I think the second one's too far away. That's fine, I'll just hit the first one. I'm gonna use Breath of the Dragon here.
Wait, we don't know if they're attacking or not.
Kydro. Yeah.
Actually, what are they doing? Do they look like they're about to attack us? Or?
Do they? I'm
I
not actually
mean,
sure.
breath. You already declared your attack, so please do it.
Alright. There am I.
Kydro, hit first. Ask questions later.
It's true. Definitely gonna do a lightning breath. Guess it makes sense. So I need a dex save on just the one to the right of me.
What color is that one marked
Green.
with? Green. Okay, that is going to be a 17 for its dex save.
Okay, yeah, so it succeeds and takes half damage. So it's going to take 4 lightning damage.
4 points of lightning damage. Noted. Anything else to return?
No, that'll be everything.
Alrighty. It's now the red one's turn. Seeing Kydro attacking, it's gonna zip over here to Aspen, and it's gonna make 3 attacks against him using its freezing strikes.
Oh.
First attack is going to be a 24 to hit.
It does. It needs to make a con save as well.
Okay. Let me go ahead and roll that con save. Natural 20.
Okay, so nothing happens.
Okay. So that will be 10 10 points of piercing damage plus
All right.
another 10 points of cold damage. As it stabs at you, it's trying and like embeds into your chest and then freezes, kind of creating this frostbite effect in your chest. It burns.
So how
And
much damage total?
20 total.
20 total.
And it has
That's
2
it.
more attacks.
All right.
I need to unclog my, like uncongest my dice tray now. Too many dice. 22 to hit.
That definitely still hits, yeah.
That's gonna be 9 points of piercing damage, plus 3 points of cold damage, so 12 total.
All right.
And then its last attack, that will be a natural 20.
Silvery barbs.
Jesus fuck.
That's the opalite dice, man.
Yeah, silvery barbs. Gotta
That
kill
is
those
a
extra.
4 plus. That's 11 to hit.
Oh,
That doesn't hit.
Opalite dice. Okay, so it makes one attack. It hits you, then it makes another one. It's getting you right in your hip. Continuing these freezing attacks. And the last thing it will do is see if it recharges. Okay. It's now Zulkifli's turn.
Zul has advantage.
Ooh, okay.
And it's Zul's turn. Ooh.
Oh.
Where's the lady on the map?
She disappeared. Ooh.
Oh boy, come on, man.
We'll never trust again.
Can't even negotiate here.
No. Bonus action Crimson Ray. I'll just draw my longbow. Quick slash along my arm. Open up one of the old scars. Cool. Take 4 points of damage. Boom.
Okay.
Cool. And I'm gonna fire off 2. Yeah. Fire off 2 shots at this one right here. Right by Aspen.
One marked red.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. 14 to hit.
14 will miss.
Okay.
It's-
But
it was with
29
advantage.
to hit. Oh, it was with advantage. I apologize. So that's 29 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, cool. So that'll do 1d8 plus 6. 13 plus another d6. 4 points of lightning damage as the bow crackles with power.
17 total.
Yeah, 17 total.
All right. So from the scar on your arm, lightning spirals down and wraps itself around your arrow as you launch the arrow forward, and it lands right into the chest of this water elemental and pulses through its body, dealing 17 points of lightning damage. All right.
Yes. And I'll do it again. 15 to hit.
Oh, he can do it again. 15 misses.
Oh well. Okay, well, you know. Cool. Alright, I'm going
But
to
it
now.
does hit the ground.
Oh, okay. Well,
She's
I hope
still have an
it
arrow.
would. If it went up, I would be concerned.
It misses the ground.
Okay.
It just keeps going. Gravity
So-
doesn't exist.
I'm going to back up and plant myself next to Astra and look menacing, and that's my turn.
Some poor farmer 3 miles away gets hit by a random arrow.
I think if it just keeps going, like some alien on a distant planet gets hit by an arrow that traveled for 1,000 years.
We'll hear about it in the next campaign.
You guys just be walking along the path with an arrow.
Broke my droid.
Spirit, it's your turn.
Went through all the trees.
Yeah.
Your probable arrow.
Yeah.
Nazmir with an N as a Nancy.
Okay. I'm going to come up next to Aspen here. And let's do a couple of good old sword slashes. Oh. And I'm also summoning my echo. Bloop.
That's the sound it makes.
So we're doing. Now that I have extra attack, that's 1, 2. That's 4. 4 attacks.
Okay. What are you, a monk?
Now I'm an Echo Knight. 19, 9, 22, 23.
3 hit.
For 22 slashing damage.
22 points of slashing damage. Is that a magical weapon?
No, it's just my sword.
11 points of slashing damage. You watch as Nazmir slices, and then just a moment later there's a shimmer, and you see like the moment that just happened before also sliced behind him. He does it once more, and the same thing happens on the other side as well. This constant reflection of his previous action. It just seems like it's slicing through water, splashing up and reforming. Anything else for your turn there, Nazmir?
No.
Okay, Aspen.
Alright, so Aspen, in this shock of pain and cold, he's shivering, and he yells into the air, or he yells into the body of water in primordial, "We did not intend to fight, you know?" And then he
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage, please.
with disadvantage, okay.
Yes.
Persuasion with disadvantage. Oh, that's an 11.
Okay. You may take
And you know, this is in defense, and it's storming outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the already existent storm clouds above everybody start to swirl as he raises his staff and he casts Call Lightning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just like above this kind of like pond, it's swirling, and the bolt of lightning right here, and that one needs to make a dexterity save.
I can't see where you're pinging, so what's the color?
The red one.
A what save, Dex?
Yes.
Come on, Gray Cat's Eye. Don't fail me now. 7.
7, it fails, and because it's stormy, I get an extra die of damage.
Did I say it was storming?
Alright.
I actually mean,
You already said it. You declared it, Michael.
Your
All right,
words.
so
I see
20
what
lightning
is, eh?
damage.
20? Okay.
Yes.
But my monster.
Yeah, it's not storming, it's schwitzing.
Actually, it's called, sprinkling.
All right. So
Sunbreak.
how does it look after that?
He's still standing. Yeah.
Better than he ever did? I don't think so. All right. So yeah, and on bonus action, his staff grows, you know, mushrooms and all that as he casts Shillelagh.
Remember, guys, it's a rower, not a shower. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Don't I know it?
All right. It is now the next creature's turn. What is their movement?
They have a crawling speed of 10 feet.
Probably double movement if they're on water.
Alright, so he's gonna take a spear and he's gonna throw it at Nazmir standing next to Aspen.
Okay.
No.
Does a 12 hit?
Oh,
No? Is he saying? Do you want to double check that?
no.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna take his spear, like you watch as like water forms up in his hand in the shape of a spear, like the really bad Percy Jackson movie, and he's gonna throw it, and just like the movie's ratings, they will miss terribly.
Oh.
And that'll be his turn.
All right.
Well, will move here. Cormac, followed up by Casimir.
Cormac pulls out his gun.
Cormac's going to reach for his empty holster, whimper a little bit, and then reach for the longbow that he's got on loan, notch an arrow in, and he's gonna aim at the red one. He's gonna fire an arrow at it. You know what? He's gonna use. No, never mind. He's gonna fire his arrow at it. Here we go. 1d6. Okay, so 22 to hit, dealing 6 points piercing damage. 8 points piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage against which one?
Against the red one, the one marked red. 8 points piercing.
All right. And that is a magical weapon, correct?
It is not. It is a normal longbow.
So 4. I thought you gave him your +1. I thought Cormac had your +1 longbow.
No. I dressed it up, but it was a regular longbow.
Oh.
I talked it up like it was a special longbow, and it is.
You deceived me.
It does sentimental damage.
It does. Yeah.
All right.
Cool. So it's done a bit of damage. He's gonna go. Oh, damn it. And he's gonna fire another one. He's got extra attack. Desperately at the red one. This will be a 11 to hit.
11 will miss.
So no. Okay. All right. Now, what Cormac's gonna do is he's gonna go back behind this rock here, and he's gonna use his bonus action if he's sufficiently occluded to hide.
All right. I need a stealth check.
Okay.
DC is 10.
10.
Okay.
Yep. And that's Cormac's turn.
Casimir.
All right, so Casimir is going to let go of the reins. He's going to activate the swirling arcane barrier of his blade song as he's left his new pockmarked armor. And gonna fly straight at this elemental. The green one. Pulls out the gem encrusted obsidian blade, and he's going to strike at it.
Okay.
Lots of flair for probable misses.
Love it.
Well, the first one is a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. Still one-handed.
Flare, more.
Yeah, so that is that magical, by the way? Or is it just martial?
It's a magical weapon, so it
It's
should...
+2, yeah. So it's 8 magical slashing.
Against the one...
The one he's right in front of,
Green.
Mr. Green.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, so since I switched my room up, my other desk is not as close to me, so like the screen's smaller.
Okay.
So make sure we're calling out the colors and stuff. Just for future reference, I zoomed in a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Can I get a wisdom save, Casimir?
Oh, sure. That sounds like a thing that I can do. That's 12.
12. Okay.
Oh no.
You are, as you swing down with your blade.
Mm-hmm.
Or is there anything else for your turn before we continue?
Well, he's got an extra attack.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Oh wow. So that's a lot. That's 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
Yeah. Natural 19. Ooh, and perfect roll. So that is 14 slashing.
14 points of slashing. You feel a sharp pain in your hand as the pommel of the blade, the hilt, what you're holding onto, the handle of the sword, has let out about 3 spikes and has stabbed your hand. And you watch, and you feel like something being pulled from your body as the red gemstone in the pommel of your sword glows, and you watch a small light burn and then an eye open up in your blade.
Cool. This doesn't sound like a problem at all.
You're gonna take 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Kind of looks at the sword and goes, risk reward, huh? Action surge. Let's do it again. Oh, see, action search is always like my like. You want to have a cool time? Well, you're gonna roll really crappy. So that one's a 12.
12 will miss.
Okay. And that one's a 17.
17 will just miss.
Just miss.
Just miss.
I don't know if I've ever had a successful action search.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. So, does it hurt him when he swings but misses?
No.
We have learned something. So this was still valuable. That's his turn.
All right. This one is going to quickly glide across the water. It's going to throw a trident at Zulkifli, who is standing over there next to Astra. That is ooh. It's gonna be a natural 20.
Oh dear.
Snaps his fingers
Uh-huh,
and
okay.
it goes again.
Thank you.
Okay.
And that's actually there's like it's a snap of the fingers and these like arcane barbs strike its body, distracting it.
That is gonna be a 25 to hit then.
Better than a natural 20.
Okay, 25.
25 will hit.
Yep.
And it's going to use its freezing strikes against you.
Oh no.
At your
Funny.
advantage.
Hydra has advantage on his next turn. Let me just roll all these.
Excellent.
Okay. So the first one is going to do 14 points of damage, 6 of which is cold. Do you have any resistance to cold or piercing damage?
Not at this time.
Okay. It's going to throw another one. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
6 points of damage.
Ouch. Okay.
This last attack is a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
All right, so it throws one, it throws another. At this point, you have a pretty good idea of its pattern of attacks. You manage to just dodge out of the way of the last one as it just like glides past your face as you kind of like do this in back. This how low can you go? And as it turns out, quite low. All right, it is the end of that one's turn. The one marked green is now going to counter Casimir. It's going to make its freezing strike attacks against you too.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 20 to hit, 24 to hit, 21 to hit.
Yeah, the floating arcane runes against Casimir are not enough to deflect any of those attacks.
All right. I like having more dice. This is nice.
Oh god. So it's a one hit?
That is going to be 20 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Plus 29 points of cold damage.
Yeah, and he's arm is a little limp. He looks bad. He looks bad.
All right. And he watches, for this one in particular, compared to the other ones, ice crystals begin to form around it immediately after its attacks. It's now Astra's turn. Kaijo, you're on deck.
Okay. Astra's got her
Alright.
thing.
Yep. So Astra is going to use a bonus action to assume story form the chalice. And she is going to kind of look through her healing spells. Damn. I guess, she'll use her action to cast Guiding Bolt on the red one.
Okay.
So let me roll that. Say 11 to hit.
That will miss.
Unfortunate. So that goes wide,
After
and
the arrow.
that'll be her turn.
Okay. Kydro. It is now your turn.
All right. So Kydro, from atop the rock, is just gonna hop down right here, and then with the rest of his movement, he's going to just run on over right next to this water elemental,
Mm-hmm.
and the lightning seemed fine, right? Like it was hitting them. Normal?
Yeah. The only thing
Or
that
is
you've
this-
noticed so far that has not done full damage is non-magical melee attacks.
Okay. Then we should be good as far as that. Alright, so Kydra's gonna go in with a 4-hit combo because he has extra attack now. 2 regular, 2 with flurry of blows. So he's going to first attack with 2 lightning chops across the chest of this creature.
Okay.
Wow, I crit failed on my first one. The second one's a 14 to hit though.
Can you roll damage for that first one, please?
Sure, it's 9 lightning
9.
damage.
All
Yeah.
right. And then the 14's a 14. The 14 is a miss. So
Right.
as you swing the chop, you watch as like the water just like shifts out of the way, but you have so much momentum, you're gonna keep swinging, and you're just gonna hit Aspen next to you,
Oh no.
dealing about 5 points of lightning damage instead of the 9.
Let me use my. Yeah, let me use my reaction to intercept that.
So you're gonna take it instead?
Or I use my sword to.
Oh,
wait,
okay.
that's not a melee.
That's not a melee.
Is
I
it a
mean, it's
melee?
yeah, that is a melee attack.
It is a melee attack, yeah.
Okay, so I can reduce it by up to 9 damage. So
Oh,
he's
okay.
good.
Yeah. So as Kydra swings, you watch as this clock tower hand just comes up and like a lightning rod absorbs the energy into it.
Alright. I'm just gonna see that happen. He's like, oh damn, that was cool. And then he's gonna spin around and hit him with 2 lightning infused kicks. Which is gonna use his flurry of blows. So it's gonna use up 1 key point, and alright, let's see these next 2. So I accidentally set my entire like feature there. Here's the second one. So that's another 14 and another 16.
Both of those will
Or
miss.
16. Damn. Alright, yeah, so he's just gonna whiff those 2 attacks. And he's just gonna stand there like, these guys are really good at dodging.
Did you roll advantage on your first attack?
I did not. Actually,
No.
that was the crit fail. And that would have been a 21.
So we're gonna go ahead and use that for the second one.
Which, that would be a 27.
So I'll do the 10. Now it's its
Alright.
turn, and it's gonna return the favor with its 3
hold
spear
on.
attacks.
Hold on. Wait.
Oh,
Try to.
Because I hit this creature, right? There's more.
But
Right.
wait. Okay.
There's more.
There's more. I'm gonna hit him with favored foe, which is gonna add another d4 of damage. So you're looking at 1 extra lightning damage.
Wow.
Plus, wait, there's more.
It's the Kydra special.
It's
God,
the
is this
Hydro special.
D&D or is this a ShamWow commercial?
There's always more with Kydra Wormfist. Okay.
so me, Kydra's going to prison.
Alright, this is gonna turn into a stun. So I actually need a constitution save.
Would
the
the stun
stunning
count
strike.
as a paralyzed?
No, the wording
Stunned and
says stun.
paralyzed are 2 different ones.
Okay. What kind of save do you need?
Constitution.
Okay. 17.
Passes.
It's kind of
Now
hard for
it's-
you to figure out the key network of this elemental, as it is a moving shape of voluminous water. I don't know what word I'm trying to come up with. voluminous water. So it's hard, but so it doesn't quite work.
Can't find the pressure point on water.
Yeah, I don't know. This dude's keys everywhere. He's moving like water. All right. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Well, it's gonna attack you 3 times.
Oh no.
It didn't like that. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh no. No, they're all bad. It is a natural 1, a natural 5, and a natural 4. So we are giving away a set of dice today to a lucky viewer. So stick around, everybody, till the end of the stream. Should be happening very soon to potentially win a free set of dice. But anyway, that will be the end of its turn, as it just misses. It got a little dizzy from Kydra's strike, so it's like woozy. Zulkifli, it is now your turn.
Okay. I can see this is not going well here. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. So I take 1 shot with my longbow at the 1 marked red. 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Okay, so that is 13 points piercing magical with 1 point lightning.
All right.
14 total.
Yes.
Boom. How's it looking? Is it better?
It's struggling to keep its form. It still has a good portion of its health left, but it's taken about 77 points of damage so far.
Okay, so next up, bonus action. My nails get long. They turn into claws, and in a flash, there's a lightning flash. So Kifley is no longer there. He's been replaced by an enormous weretiger, roaring in the storm, and he leaps a full 15 feet over the water.
Ooh.
Because my long jump distance has got longer. I leap. And as I do so, I fire with my longbow at the one that is harassing Casimir. 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Dealing 13 points magical piercing with another 5 points lightning. So 18 total.
All right.
Okay, and I roar at it. That's it. That's the turn.
All right. So it is now Nazmir's turn with Aspen on deck.
Okay. Well.
Whale.
Let's see if we can take. I mean, I don't have magical damage.
Aren't you a magic caster?
Aren't you a sorcerer?
Yes, I meant with my sword. I'm gonna shoot the orange one. Actually, no, let's shoot the green one with a chromatic orb.
Ooh.
Let's do. Yeah, lightning seems to be a good. Oh, that's a 10.
Apparently, it's not. You kind of you've been focusing a lot on your martial training. So you try to aim this bolt of energy. It goes wild with you slightly losing control of it, and then like recoils, and it misses this creature.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna see if I can try and salvage my turn. Let's do a second. The thing that I can attack again.
Action surge.
That one. What lets me do another action, and I'm going to try and attack the red guy in front of me in frustration, and I will use my echo to also attack again. That's going to be total of 3 attacks.
3.
18, 23, 7.
18 will just hit. 23 will hit. 7 will miss.
Okay, so that's 16 non-magical slashing damage.
So it will take 8.
Okay. That'll be my
Aspen,
turn.
it is now your turn, my friend.
All right. So Aspen, still very frustrated,
he'll continue to yell out in Primordial, "Please end this! Once you stop attacking, we will."
Make another
Yeah.
persuasion check with disadvantage, please.
All right.
You should intimidate them into stopping.
You better stop attacking, or else I'm gonna keep attacking.
That's a. Oh, come on, man. It's 5.
Oh wait, my thing is it? It's a. Oh. I don't
Is
know
it
if
what?
I can declare my restored balance after the fact.
Can you?
No, it's when you're about to roll.
Mhm.
I should have paid more attention.
Damn.
Man, if only a DM has told you that before. Oh wait, I have. Take your turn, Aspen.
All right. Aspen, seeing as everybody is crowded around this water elemental in front of him, he can't really attack it with Call Lightning. So he is going to strike right here in between these two, so they both need to make a
Ooh.
dexterity save.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's usually the old positioning now.
That is gonna be for the one marked blue. That is gonna be a 18. The one marked orange is gonna be a 10.
Okay, so the one marked blue takes half damage of this.
Okay.
So it's 4d10, I believe.
40-10. That's not a real number.
It's 50.
It's 50, yeah.
26 points of lightning damage.
All right.
And shit.
That is the first amount of damage that both of them have taken.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Having the worst rolls right now.
This is how I roll.
Aspen, for his bonus action, will disappear.
Okay.
And he will move over here at the edge of the water.
Okay.
What
And
are you doing?
yeah, that'll be his own turn.
All right.
That'll be the end of his turn, yeah.
As the next water elemental raises his trident to aim at his next victim, that is going to be our session for this week. And what happens next is a story for another time. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to our session 31 of Prestige Encounters. Hopefully you had a really great time as we continued on to our story. You know, it's always fun to play Dungeons & Dragons each and every week with a bunch of nerds like these guys and Astra. So, you know, it's a term of endearment. Own it, everybody. Astra had to step out during the middle of our session because she's feeling the ick. So feel better, Astra.
Yeah, feel better.
Feel better. Just go, you know, just feel better. That's not me wishing you well. That's just me telling you to feel better. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on over to Aspen, our Furbolg druid.
Wow, what a session.
It was cool.
Well, we had that very interesting dinner. A lot of description went on about each of our different meals, what everybody prefers. Very telling. And yeah, this was a very frustrating for Aspen fight because he didn't want to fight, but then this Magon came along and started attacking this water lady. And I'm really hoping I can try to turn this fight before it ends next session. But it's not been going good. But with all of that, I will pass it off to Noah, aka Zolkifli, our human blood hunter.
Thank you. As always, a pleasure to come back to this world. Excited to go with the build. Not convinced we're doing the right thing, but you know that's kind of been the theme for this session. I will say I've appreciated dividing my my disapproving self into one character and my chaos demon in the other character, and I'm happy with that. Cormac's a gremlin in disguise. I think he's just 3 gremlins in a trench coat, and I love him. He's great. With that, that's the secret. I would pass it to him, but he's serving at the moment. Himself, he needs to sleep, poor thing. And so I'm gonna send it over to Nate. Nate?
It's me. I'm back. My computer works again, and I'm glad to be here. Great session. I'm excited to now have my extra attack and just slash a lot of things a lot of times. Lots of fun. Thanks for joining us. And I will pass it on to Kaidro. Jaden.
Thank you. It's a very fun session, guys. Kaidro finally got to bring out the stunning strike, which didn't work at all. But it happened, guys. He did the monk thing. No way. Also, 4 attacks. Very cool. By the end of this campaign, I want 20 of them. I don't know how I'm gonna get them, but I'm gonna get them. I'll figure it out. Fighter levels, action surge. I think I max can get up to like 8. I don't know. Fun session, and I can't wait for the next one. We'll get to really get into this stuff that we're doing right now. It's very exciting. You know, without further ado, though, I'm gonna pass it on over to Casimir, who has 8 hit points right now.
Yep, yeah. That was a good round there. And it's a fun session. Really good development of the story. We learn a lot more about this secretive cabal who's working to destroy the world by taking the souls from passing on, and also the other secret cabal that's watching all this happen but can't interfere directly. And it's really a cool lore building moment for the world, and it'll be interesting to see where it goes if we survive the TPK that we're going to have within the first 5 minutes of the next session. So we're all going to have backup characters ready. No, but anyways, it was a great session, lots of fun, some really good laughs. You know, the finger cutter offer will now be a major part of the lore of this world forever. And there's no taking that back now.
Yeah.
And we're going to pass it on to the craftsman of this delightful world that we get to play in every week. Salkos.
Hello. So everybody, the key word to enter into the chat for your chance to win these dice is the word elemental. 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 USA only, in Canada, excluding Quebec. Woo! How exciting. So thank you so much everyone for tuning into our session this evening. Let's go ahead and do this really cool thing.
Yeah, elemental.
Congratulations, Aspen. You're doing the summary next week.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
That's really cool. That's really cool. So everybody, the keyword is elemental to enter into chat for your chance to win a shiny new set of math rocks, as we're going to continue on with our goodbyes. So everyone, another really cool thing is that it's literally this chat, like this Twitch chat. That's
just write elemental.
Elemental.
Anyone, if you write it right now, you might get dice.
Might get dice. Oh my gosh, free stuff, 0 effort,
Like that.
Unless you're in
amazing.
Quebec. Unless you're in Quebec. Sorry, it's dumb.
Unless you're in Quebec. I mean, like, that's not our fault. Vote for people who want you to take part in giveaways. It's a really good time. Telemundo. Anyway,
Also, come join our Discord. We'd love to
Yeah.
have you.
we would love to have you in Discord. Season 9 of Sea of Thieves comes out tomorrow. So if you're a Sea of Thieves fan, that's going to be tomorrow. That's really fun. If you like coffee or energy drinks, we have sponsorships for that. We also have merch, a Minecraft server. We do all kinds of things here at Prestige Gaming Community. We had 7 of us meet up in Seattle, meeting up for the first time ever to go to Comic-Con together and complain about people in their overly large wagons in crowded spaces. So, I'm not gonna let it go. I'm just not gonna let it go. Anyway, a huge congratulations to 13th Templar on your new set of dice.
Hey,
So you're gonna
nice.
send me your first and last name and full address in the Discord. I'm Salco's in Discord, but you already know that. We know each other. It's fine. It's fine. Congratulations, though, on your new set of dice. We'll get that sent to you post haste. Well, I mean, as soon as you give me the information I need. Anyway, thank you so much for watching us. We'll
Nice,
be live
congrats.
next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/PrestigeGC for session 32 of Prestige Encounters. Until then, everybody tune into our Twitch channel throughout the rest of the Twitch channel streams for the rest of the week. Other than that, bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.